almost left again. It's not good.
So, recaps for pretty much think about if you have no inspiration or you'd like some inspiration, maybe share with us what's happened last episode if you can remember. And let's start there. We always throw it to Cheryl, but why don't we? Yeah, why don't we?
Well, no, I was waiting because it feels like I'm always the one that I always use my inspiration as soon as I get it. I can go. I have my notes.
Go for it.
Barely any notes. Well, because once Rakalesh attacked Lenore, I stopped taking notes. But Rakalesh went off the deep end, attacked Lenore in her sleep. We are on a ship called the Dragon Dagger. With a certain amount of guards and sailors who are less now that they have all died by a crab. Rakalesh, fighting Rakalesh or keeping Rakalesh from killing Lenore, got distracted by keeping a bunch of crabs from killing all of us. We prevailed, even though Tempe jumped over the ship to go hang out with some sirens. And then Demetria fell off the ship, not to hang out with the sirens, but because she was exhausted and wearing armor. Amnon saved her, though. We all got back on the ship. Crabs defeated. Approximately half the crew, a large amount of crew just died, and we were like, I wanted to say, I was rewatching the episode, and there's something about the way you informed us, like, hey, all these people are dying. You forgot that we don't like NPCs. Don't care.
The problem is those NPCs help you sail, and they're them dying.
We'll figure it out.
But
10 Grey Wolf guards plus a certain amount of sailors. We're going to go meet. There's a council with Silverhands. It's a 5-day trip. Sea of Swords. There's something going on, like a dragon's been sighted up in the Sea of Swords, which is probably that same dragon that we didn't end up killing in Storm King's Thunder that was supposed to be up there. So that'll be fun for us. Cleaning up from our own messes, the things we missed 10 years ago. But down in the hold of the ship, because Ravi did what he did best, and he grabbed someone vulnerable and ran, went down to the bowels of the ship. Oh, Galore is gone. Ravi went down into the bowels of the ship, found our favorite giant golden statue of a nearly naked lady with giant horns, who had a very creepy encounter with Lenore, where Lenore was holding her hand. Ravi resisted, got outie. Once we killed the crabs, Demetrius smashed her face in, and then we tossed the statue overboard to create the Tiamat triangle that will haunt sailors and for another 10 years to come. Next campaign.
Until the crabs there become sentient and start
the crabs down there become sentient, and we all make crab characters for the next campaign. But that statue was ordered by Nilhorn. Nilhorn? Was that his name?
Nilhor. He had like without the N, Nilhor, yeah.
Nilhor.
Kind of something, yeah.
Well, unfortunate for him, his name is Nilhor. Zero.
It's like Nilhor. Yeah, it's kind of.
That's a family name. It's been passed down to him for generations.
It's called Nilhor, but whatever.
Break, man.
Nilhor ordered the statue, and it is getting delivered to Zoblob's warehouse, where I was dutifully raked over the coals for forgetting our best friend Zoblob from approximately 8 months ago, who was the, I believe, gnomish owner of a curio shop when we first hit Waterdeep, like the first place we went.
Yep.
And when Demetria, was this a dream I had later, or when I was smashing the statue, I had a vision. Or no, Amnon had this vision. Someone had a vision. I wrote it down. It's the collective vision.
You had the vision while you were smashing.
I had the vision?
Yes, while you were smashing.
I had the vision of Araka and Kildren chained up and getting tortured somewhere fiendish looking, or somewhere awful and unfun for them. So someone, presumably Tiamat, has taken the Parent Trap plot a little too far. And they are now being forced to spend quality time getting tortured together, which I imagine will do wonders for healing the rift between the followers of Bahamut and the fiends of the Nine Hells.
But they're getting tortured together.
They're getting tortured. At least they're not alone, right? Nothing is worse than getting tortured alone. At least here.
It's like the scene from Pulp Fiction. They've gone through their shared torture.
Yeah, Cheryl, good. You're the recap queen, so good stuff. Yeah, that's everything. So your inspiration is granted, and
watch it slip through my fingers sometimes.
And so we'll go ahead and get started. Are we good to go? Party breaks? Okay.
That was all day one of us traveling, a 5-day
That was
trip.
day one.
That was day
trip.
one.
So, day one, all this happened, and so in the light of the hindsight of all that, after that's happened, the party, the crew of the Dragon Dagger finds itself with 9 sailors, short. 4 Grey Wolves, the guards of Izariel, have died. This leaves about 6 of the Grey Wolves and about 11 sailors left. The first mate, Bella the Bear Copeland, she has passed from the fight, as well as Tedman Salty Preston, the cook, has passed. The dead are given a pirate's burial and disposed at sea.
I was about to say I could resurrect them, like as them.
Would you like to?
I mean, as long as they have the diamonds for the resurrection, then yeah, because I have, where is it?
That's the problem. They don't have the diamonds.
Campy puts up the opposite hand. He's looking around, puts up the opposite hand. He doesn't know what's going on.
I mean, I got 3 diamonds.
And you need one for each, worth 300 gold? I mean, 3, yes. Not saying no to it as long as you're willing to spend your... Where did you get those diamonds, by the way? Just remind me. I'm not saying you didn't get them.
Before we left Waterdeep.
Okay.
We had a bunch of gold to spend.
Okay. All right.
Don't know what Lizard God needs diamonds for, but...
For this moment, I take it maybe you got them just to provide those resurrections. Does the party question the fact that Rakalesh is giving the diamonds away to bring others back? Does anyone halt him as they see him healing the dead in the aftermath? I'm not to say you would. I'm just literally just making sure before he goes ahead with it. Okay.
I mean, this would have to... Oh, wait. Never mind, can't do it.
No, why can't you?
Because I don't have the spell slots for it, and those are only for Revivify.
Okay.
And that has to be within the last minute.
Yeah, they would have been. I mean, some of them were dead, like in the middle of the combat. Like
some of them got flicked into the sea.
Some of them were, yeah. But I think he's focusing on like the main crewman, right? The first mate and the cook. But yeah.
I'll just need. It says a diamond worth at least 500. Technically, I have 900 gold worth of diamonds, but I don't know how that works.
Which one is raised dead? You need to have the body though, right?
Yep, but that one's up to 10 days.
Okay, so it would just be able to do it to one of them, right? And both of the bodies for those two, for the first mate Vela and for Tedman Preston, are there, and I think if it's up to, as he sees you, I think if it's up to the captain would see this and say, Captain Belgar would honestly probably see this as a moment. If you can't save all the crew, then why save, one? Sounds rough, but he sees it as, those who went fighting with their brothers, and you're kind of you would be taking that away from them to only bring one back. Doesn't stop you or halt you from choosing one, Rakalesh, but that is kind of like, imagine a conversation that you have with Belgar.
The other option is skeleton crew.
He opposes this abhorrently. He does not want a skeleton crew. Most of the sailors have gone over the side, like I said. So it's really
a
like
skeleton crew either way, buddy. It's either going to be a skeleton crew in the literal sense or a skeleton crew in the figurative.
So if you he closes your clawed lizard hands and says, keep these for those close to you. This is our job, This is what we signed up for. And so if we are not going to save them, they are laid to rest. Day 2 is quite uneventful. The sun is out. The storm has passed. You're welcome to share anything that you might have done on that day at all.
I made a gumbo and a 40 orange cake.
Nice.
I took a nap.
Absolutely napped, for sure.
The crew is quite enamored with Ravi's cooking. And probably inside they all know it's a little bit better than Salty's, but they don't tell him that. They always compare you to Salty's. They're like, this is good, but Salty did it.
Speak no ill of the dead. Speak no ill of the dead.
Yes, you can tell that they are like honoring their friend, their companion of the sea. Through...
I definitely used up all the oranges that we had to make this one cake.
Is it Miraculous left in the brig?
Yes. Brig. Until we can talk to you. Until we can talk to you about this.
They do.
Which I would like to do with more spell slots.
Yeah.
You need that zone of truth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and so they do put put him in the brig. The Belgar seems to treat this as a matter of the Lords of the Alliance, and Azariel seems to spend a lot of his time in his quarters, kind of studying across his studies on the top deck, across from the captain's. Day 3, there is a kitchen fire, but it's handled and put out quickly.
Excuse me?
Ravi's he's so out of practice with non-magical flames from being with Galore for so long.
Let's stop on day 4, maybe, or even treat this as if this would have happened much earlier, I'm sure it would have, maybe just treat it as a flashback. But I do want to open up and give you the chance to have that conversation if there's more conversation to be had with Rakalesh. But when you do fast forward, basically when we pick up, we are going on day 4 of my montage here.
Okay, am I still exhausted?
No, not by day 4. Well, here's the thing: if this is right after the encounter, then yes. If you have not had a long
rest,
rest,
after the encounter,
yeah.
Are you gonna long rest without your armor?
So it's been 4 days that we haven't, Reckless and us haven't spoken about what happened, essentially.
And actually, Demetra, yes, you still are exhausted if you're sleeping every night in that armor. Like,
clearly, it was the right choice to sleep in my armor, considering what happened.
I'm not saying it wasn't, but
the man who sleeps with a machete is a fool all nights but one. I'm still exhausted. I'm taking that fucking exhaustion. I'm not taking the armor off. Knowing Malcolm, the way Malcolm's been trying to pry that armor off of me, I imagine it's going to be like a sailor thinks it's garbage and tosses it off the side of the ship. Oh, well, it's scrap metal.
Lenore practices some magic with it and like burns it up.
Something. So I'll take my point of exhaustion. But I think
yes, I mean, you did talk to him in the midst of thing a harrowing event, but now there's a chance to kind of say, hey, what was up with that? And he kind of did tell you what his god, told him, but I think at the end of the last session. But yeah, maybe there's more to unpack there.
I think as soon as I get my spell slots back, I would want to go down with whoever wants to come to try and talk to Rakalesh.
I'm bringing a slice of cake.
Oh, I want some cake.
Is that why
2 slices of cake?
Tempe's just following eyes on the cake.
I'm following the cake.
Lenore pretty much follows, still walks around silently, smiling, and when she walks around. If she's not following Ravi, then she's following Tempe.
I think I would be tending to her most of the time, and do
we want her in the room when we're talking to Rakalesh though?
Yeah, so maybe you take.
Well, that would be a
Probably
no.
Okay, so
I'll hang out with
maybe-
her if you guys want to go talk to him.
okay, we'll go talk to him then. And
What do you do with Lenore's Tempe?
I don't know. Can we just hang out and play a game?
Hang out? Yeah. Can you give me a charisma check?
Yeah. Yeah, I could do some charisma. I drank too much already. Fuck me. Hold on. What's charisma? Oh, that's not good. I guess I'm not very charismatic because I don't talk much. So, 14.
Okay.
I
To
think
be honest with you, that you seem quite charismatic with her because she doesn't talk much. She doesn't talk at all. And so you have started to come up with this really kind of systematic way. In a weird way, you both communicate very well. And so whatever game you're playing, she's enjoying you teaching it to her. And as you guys are kind of having this kind of lovely moment, as she's kind of sort of acquainting herself to her new family, back on the other side, the group is talking to enter this room with Raklesh on the other side and the door. And
can I hear though? Am I close enough? Like if I hear like a racket?
I think if you
or
heard like a
ruckus?
sound or a ruckus, you would know. But yeah, you can't hear the conversation.
Okay, yeah, that's what I meant. As long as I can.
It's not going to really matter because in this montage they're going to share everything that they talk. We're not going to I'm not going to have them come back and then role play telling you everything. So you're still going to be up to breast, up to speed on everything.
what does the brig situation look like? Is it like a cage sort of situation?
Their brig is the way I had their brig is kind of like it's one of the extra rooms. It's not even really a sail. It's almost like they use it as an extra room, but it's got a locks from the outside and it's got a sturdy door and it's got a slot in a place to provide like some gruel or food. And so in this situation, it serves as a makeshift brig, but so it's a small little room where a cot where he can lay on. But Raklesh, you all can tell that if Raklesh wanted to, he could probably blow that thing off the hinges and walk right out.
Can I like kind of have some like good portion of meat for him for Raklesh?
Sure.
Yeah, just to have some food ready for him. I'm sure he's hungry.
Yeah.
I don't want to plenty of crab.
Yeah, there's plenty of fish left over and crab. They do have a few chickens if he's willing to give him one of the live chickens that's on board.
I'll just hold a chicken with me when I go in, just in case, you know. So I'm just going to like, Raklesh, how are you doing?
I'm going to cast Zone of Truth over Raklesh. So he needs to make if he wants to fail it, he can fail it. But he needs to make a charisma saving throw. DC 14.
Yeah, he'll fail it.
All right. You are Zone of Truth. Answer him truthfully. How are you doing?
Yeah.
Alive.
I'm gonna look back at Dimitri and I'm like, man, that's good. Are you hungry? I brought you a chicken.
And I brought you a slice of cake. I don't know if you can get scurvy, but yeah.
I brought you nothing because we need to have a serious conversation about what the fuck just happened.
Yes, we do.
Aaron's gonna look at Dimitri when she says that, I'm like, I don't know, and then just take a bite off the chicken.
All right.
I'm gonna be like, all right, what happened now? What changed your mind on this kid to begin with?
My mind has not changed on the child. My decision was made upon meeting it.
Your decision was made when you met the kid, but it took you near a week to do anything about it.
Yeah, you said that your God spoke to you. Like, did your God speak to you right then and then that was it? Or did you just always want to kill the kid?
When I saw the child, I asked the question, and my God answered.
And why wait a week?
Because I wished to speak to your gods.
And you said that you couldn't.
The same as you.
The thing is, Rocklish, right? You acted without talking to us. You acted without alerting us. You acted in a way where we saw you attacking who we believe to be an innocent child, right? Even if she is this thing that, that Ariel thinks she is, this mask, rod, orb, this. Sorry, Malcolm, what were they called? Rhyme. They were called something.
The
5 things that Tiamat needs.
The why can't I think of those? The
Rimworm or worm rim.
The rim speakers.
Rim speakers. Even if right, if Lenore is a rim speaker, that's not her fault. She's still a kid, or she has the desire, she has feelings. We can't just unilaterally decide to destroy her without considering the fact that in destroying her, not are we destroying a thing, we're destroying a person. And that's not something that we should just do off the cuff.
Well,
like the paladin on the bridge.
Yeah, I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I'm saying that I'm trying to think about this more.
When we found you and we brought you to the house, and you've been with us this whole time. You're with us. We're a team. We brought you into our team. If you're gonna do, or you think something like this extreme or against the team, you got to come to us about it first, or else we're going to defend ourselves.
Against the left hand, correct? Is that still? Okay.
Yeah. So, if you want to be with us and help us with this, trust has got to go both ways. You got to tell us, hey, your gods ain't talking, my God is. This is what I think. And we wouldn't have to run into something like this.
I need to say also, Kildren came and saw me with the child after there was an altercation that happened with the villagers. But he came in like he was willing to get rid of her, and I was able to convince him otherwise. So
get rid of her, like get rid of her, or get rid of her, like get rid. Oh.
Yeah. He said she was dangerous, but ultimately he said that she would become our responsibility if we decided to take her under.
Back in the other room, Lenore signs to Tempe after you guys just finished playing around a game. Just like, sometimes I feel like people are scared of me. Why? And she asks you that.
I don't sign back. I lean in and I go, people are normally afraid of things that they don't know. And you, little one, are an unknown to everyone around you right now.
She seems to try to comprehend that the best she can. And then she signs similar, as you guys are still working out this language, but she can tell that she's asking, are you scared of me?
Say that again. Sorry, Adam.
She pretty much asks, "Are you scared of me?" You're not scared of me, are you? Kind of.
I look at her, and I go, "I don't think so."
And she jumps up and wraps her hands around, your head, gives you a big hug.
I hug her back. Back.
The group is still talking to Rakalish.
Amnon's going to turn.
So it is not just I with the secrets.
Everyone has secrets, Rakalish.
Yet you complain about mine.
Your secrets lead to you attacking someone.
So I should rather attack them in the open.
No, it's... Look, I'm not going to pretend to understand Lizard God. I'm not going to pretend that I can speak to, right, Kildren and Bahamut's goals here with this kid or what they want out of this kid. I'm not sworn to Bahamut. I'm not sworn to Kildren. I'm sworn to this idea of redemption, that people have an ability to change. Even someone who's designed for this evil purpose, someone who's been made for this evil purpose, it's still possible for us, through the work that we do as a team, to help get her out of this and possibly have a happy ending to the story where no one has to die for something that they haven't done.
I actually have an idea. Recollesh, if you would like to humor me on this. So far we heard from your god. I believe we've heard from Kildren that the child lives and is our responsibility. I don't think you should make a decision until Araka can speak. I don't think you should use her or silence as an answer at all. But why don't we wait until we get all the answers, and then you can make your decision with us. At that point, we make it all together.
As you say this, Demetria is reminded of her vision as she was desecrating the statue. I don't know if she was shared that with
Demetria
Amnon.
turns to Amnon and kind of makes a gesture. When I was having an up close and personal with our gold lady friend downstairs, I had a vision. I don't know when this happened or how true it is, because previously when I had a vision, it wasn't clear how much was Tiamat and how much was not Tiamat. But when I was destroying her statue, I got a vision of Kildren and Araka. Currently, well, they're not having fun, so I think we're in good company with them right now, but the two of them are out of commission. I think somewhere in the Nine Hells or somewhere that could possibly keep them. I think Tiamat might be up too, so far as numbers goes.
We need to have more of these meetings. I swear to God.
I was exhausted.
Everyone's secrets.
That's it for secrets on me. I mean, I've told you guys about the murder, so I think I'm out on secrets with you guys right now. So speak for yourself when everyone has secrets.
Okay, fine. Well, either way, we got two answers. We got to figure out what's going on with Araka and Kildren, I guess.
Yeah, and
For now,
I think that when it comes to Araka and Kildren currently being captured, right? Kildren already told us a while ago, so far as matters on Earth goes, it's us, right? We have to figure it out for ourselves, how to fix this, how to stop Tiamat.
So then Amnon will just turn to Recollesh and be like, do you agree to put this on hold? Let's go after these stars some more. Let's help our gods and get a complete answer before we do anything. Because we really don't have any idea what's going on.
I cannot agree to that. As it has just been stated, Kildren, the representative of Bahamut, wanted to kill the child.
Yeah, but then after that, he said she's cool and she's with us. That's
how our responsibility.
He said responsibility.
So that decision has been overwritten already.
I do not wish to have this responsibility of the child living.
Oh, well, don't worry about it then. I think Tempe has got it.
Plus,
so you don't have to worry about her at all. All we're asking you to do is just wait till we have more information.
I find all of your judgments in question.
Well, welcome to the team.
Everyone we have met to this point, you have treated with distrust. Why not this child?
We didn't treat you with distrust.
Yeah, you did.
I did personally. The rest of the group, I can't speak for. We let you help our friend out in prison.
Well, I mean, that's why I'm trying to talk to you, because I mean, you know, he kept you with him the whole time, you know.
I guess
you ate together too, because you guys are both eating raw meat.
Rakalesh, what if, right, Rakalesh, what exactly is it that your god said to you? Or what was the exact question?
I asked, should the child be killed? And my god said that is the most favorable outcome.
Okay, like no offense on my lack of knowledge on Lizard God, but where does Lizard God really fall on the helping Tiamat, not helping Tiamat situation? Because that gold dragon we met turned out to be in alignment with the chromatic dragons, which, so far as my understanding of history goes, usually isn't the case. So I don't want to be making any assumptions that just because someone's a god means that they're on the right side of this Tiamat versus us war. Do you think your god was saying that it's more favorable for us keeping this world around? Or do you think your god was saying that it's more favorable for Tiamat's eventual plan?
My god comes from a stance of neutrality.
Neutrality serves whoever it is that's doing the oppressing, my friend. But so Rakalesh, so far.
We got our answer from your good god, Bahamut.
From the, well, Kildren's pretty militant. So
would he act without orders?
No, but he'd act on attacking before asking questions. Rakalesh, do you understand my position? Right, that it doesn't feel right to be attacking this innocent kid on a single question and a single answer about what's favorable and what's not favorable. There's so many things up in the air right now around Tiamat and her arrival. It doesn't feel right.
Have you always done what felt right?
No, I haven't, and I regret it in the past when I went against my better judgment on the orders of people that I trusted to be telling me what was the best course of action for myself. And it turns out it was them serving their own purpose. You're right, it was wrong of me to attack that paladin on the bridge, but I'm trying to work on that, and I know I'm not perfect, but
how does it not feel right to kill something dangerous?
You're dangerous. I'm dangerous. Is everyone capable of doing damage to someone else deserve the sword?
I could take a fish, put it inside his mouth. That fish ends up being dangerous. You can't just view everything that way. You want to be on this team or not, man?
Rakalesh will look at Ravi and ask, what did the child do?
She lashed out. The villagers didn't trust her, so they pushed and pushed, throwing rocks, until ultimately she let her anger get the best of her and she killed some of them.
How many dead?
About 30. Look, I'm not saying she's not powerful. I'm not saying she's not dangerous, but I don't think it's fair to punish her for how she was born into this world.
And plus, when that happened, she had nobody. She has us now.
Was she truly alone then?
I mean, it was her, this woman who had taken her in. That's basically it. The entire town turned on her.
Without cause?
They just said that they had never seen her before. Said she was new. They didn't trust her.
Yet they trusted us, who they've never met.
We came in with Lord's Alliance sigils. We came in with authority that a kid doesn't have. Authority protects you, right?
We're able to explain ourselves. This kid, she can hardly talk. She's like Tempe.
Hey,
Suddenly,
Tempe
little
can
Lenore
talk,
just gets
jeez.
up and she
Said
starts
hardly.
to kind of starts kind of breathing, and like her eyes get watery, and she gets up, Tempe, and she marches away from you towards the brig.
Well, I get up and follow her for sure.
And within seconds, she's there and she's standing. And are you all like talking to Rocklight still through the door, or have you opened the door?
Oh, I thought we opened.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I just want to make sure I'm seeing it right. Yeah, your
Yeah.
eyes are in the room.
Yeah, I want to make sure
And
that we trust him.
all of you-
the zone of truth is only 15 feet. So.
Yeah, so you guys take up a lot of that room and a lot of that space, and you feel at your little ankles a nudge, and little Lenore comes through there and stands looking up at big old Rakalesh, and her eyes look really angry and watery, and she's just like breathing and looking at him, and she looks back at Tippy as you catch up, and she signs to you, bad man.
I cast calm emotions. I cast calm emotions.
I'm gonna kneel down. I'm gonna kneel down right next to her.
Okay.
And I'm gonna whisper to her. I'm gonna say, "Let us deal with him. Come back with me."
So you cause calm emotions. And you can tell Tempe, her feet are kind of levitating like off the ground a bit. And there's this really intense like feeling you all start getting in the room. And then it's partially you, it's partially the calm emotions, and she comes down. And then tears just start coming down her eyes, and she just kind of collapses backwards. She doesn't pass out. She's still looking at
her when she
Ratchless,
collapses backwards. I grab her.
Yeah.
I grab her and I go and I just whisper. I go. I'll protect you. Let's let them finish.
Okay.
I'm gonna have Axel kind of slither out from a snake, turn into a dog, and try and play with.
Little emotional support animal Axel.
Yeah.
He turns to a little dog, so she starts
He's coming
playing with her little
around.
puppy.
He's coming
Wait,
around.
very important question. What kind of dog?
Oh, I have to say a golden doodle at this point. That's my favorite dog.
Perfect. Also, because that's a concentration spell. Once they're gone, I cast Zone of Truth again. Because I had to drop it to cast Calm Emotion. So
Is Calm
Casting Zone
Emotion
of
a
Truth.
concentration spell?
Huh?
Can I talk to Lenore?
Is
Zone
calm
You can
emotion
concentrate on a spell and cast other leveled spells as long as they're not concentration.
No, Calm Emotions is
concentration.
Yes, but you're dropping that concentration and
No, hold
hoping
on.
that it's
Wait.
fine.
Cheryl, Zone of Truth is not concentration though.
It's marked as concentration on mine, isn't it?
Oh, and mine is
It's not. Never mind, it's not. I'm
Okay.
looking at the wrong thing.
All right.
That was my B. Zone of Truth.
Zone of Truth.
So what I'm hearing is a rift between the party and the goals and what Rakalish sees, kind of against his overall moral code. Can this be fixed, or is this a severing point?
Tempe wants to talk to Lenore.
Okay. What's he saying?
I mean, she's like awake. She didn't like pass out, right?
No, she didn't pass out. She just fell back. You grabbed her. You took her away, and then now she's like,
Clear
as soon as she saw the little
evidence
dog, she's
that-
she's running around like the bottom area of the ship now, playing with this little dog.
I'm gonna.
She's like a
kneel
kid,
down
right? She's
again.
just
I'm
changed
gonna
emotions.
call her
and
over.
kinda-
I'm gonna call her over, and I'm gonna like pat Axel away a little bit so he like calms down and gets the fuck out of the way, And I'm gonna get back down to her level, and we're gonna go off to the side. And I want to go. I go to her. Tempe says, "We are all a little bad. Why is he bad to you?"
She kind of begins to sign, and she kind of tries to tell you that, like, he wants me gone.
So I respond. I
Like
respond.
the people,
I go.
like the
I say,
people
but I
back
want you
home.
here. And that was before. Those people are not here. We are here now. Ravi also wants you here.
So she.
Before she can respond to anything, I look at her and I go, you were really angry for someone so small. How do you have so much anger?
She seems to not completely comprehend the question, and she asks you. She pretty much says, "What is anger?" She says, "I just have feelings."
He touches his face, and he goes, "I understand. When we fight, that's how I express my feelings. Is that what you wanted to do?"
Yes. And then she kind of says that she's angry. She's seen you all be angry, and if that's what it is, you helped her. She wants to be able to do the same. She wants to be able to help herself as well.
Tempe signs that he understands. How can we help you?
She seems confused, and that she never answers. Not that it seems like she's withholding, it seems like she doesn't have the answer.
Yeah.
To that question.
Is it because she's young, or she just doesn't have the answer? Is that like, can I tell?
It's probably,
is
but
it
like this is not I don't think you all get the feeling. I'll tell you this. In all the time that you spent with this little girl, it's not like there's this idea that like she's some kind of some kind of benevolent being that's a child. She
No,
very
I think
much
she's a
is
child. I think she's a little kid. Yeah.
So from that standpoint, so whatever she is or whatever, she still kind of, she can't have that conversation on adult level. So she's like, anger, okay, what's that? Like she's just trying to explain to you how she feels in the best possible way she can. And so I don't think she really knows what's her purpose you're supposed to serve for her. Right now, as a child, you serve the one thing children need is someone to protect them, someone to raise and protect them.
I come off of my knee and I tap the bottom of her chin and I go, they're gonna finish their talk and then we can talk to them. But why don't you show me your moves? I tell her in a playful way. You know what I mean? Like I'm because I saw her levitate, you know what I mean? But Tempe doesn't really understand that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And she goes.
So he's just kind of like he's trying to get the information that he needs, but he doesn't even really know how either. So it's basically like two children trying to communicate.
What does he sign for her to do? Like, what is he?
He just kind of like goes into. He just kind of says after he touches her chin to like pull her head up because she's kind of sad looking, and he goes he just kind of says, why don't you show me your moves? And when he says that, he kind of like moves into like his dancing style, like, which she instantly recognizes, of course. Do it,
and then she just starts trying to mimic you, and like she just starts like, because she thinks you're talking about dance, she just starts dancing, but she doesn't show you any magic.
She doesn't do anything at all.
No. She just kind of
fair enough. I mean, that's what a little kid would do.
And
so,
smiles, and you guys start to kind of have a moment. Back in the brig, there's this tension where
when Lenore started levitating, what was Rakalesh's reaction? Or when she was confronting him, was there any reaction, or was he just poker face?
Poker face, just he's been tense the entire time since you've opened the door.
I mean, Rakalesh, you fought beside us. You've come this far with us. You know what's at stake. But is there any way that you'd be willing to continue to help us stop Tiamat without killing Lenore?
No.
If we let you go, are you gonna continue to hunt for her? If we drop you off 1,000 miles from here, are you gonna continue trying to track her down?
Like Kildjern said, this child is now your responsibility, and all the blessings and sins that come with that. It shall not be mine.
And I guess that's it. And she like turns to Amnon and Ravi.
I leave the slice of cake on the floor.
I'm just gonna leave the rest of the chicken on the floor. I'm just gonna get up like an old man, just like with my knees and slowly get up, and I'm just like, I'm looking over Demetria, and I'm just like, I don't know what else to say.
I'll say that after everything, we've had our disagreements. Thanks are in order for helping us, all that you've helped us this far. And I'm sorry that it's come to this, but we have a duty. We've all made our choice. I can only hope that some part of you recognizes that killing an innocent kid over the words of a god perhaps isn't the way you go about fulfilling your purpose. And she'll wait to see if he has anything to say that, and if he doesn't, she'll walk out.
The word of two gods now.
Yeah. And she walks out.
Good luck, Rakalish. And I'll follow out.
And are you shutting him back in the cage? Because if
Yep.
not, he's just gonna walk out and jump overboard.
What?
I mean, saves us a stop.
Wait. He's just What? Is he diving overboard to like swim to shore? Is he committing seppuku by sea? Is there?
Nope. Swimming to shore. He can hold his breath for 15 minutes.
How far away from shore are we?
They are traveling along the coast, but not like close to the coast, so it would be a pretty far swim.
Are you sure you don't want us to drop you off, man? We
Put it past the lizard man,
Like, we're trying to be nice.
Like, we will pay for the Uber wherever you want to go, man. You can't stay here, but we'll set you in an Uber wherever you want to go.
What do you think, Rakalesh? You jumping into the sea, or you?
Yeah, he's jumping into the sea.
Can we give him? I'm sorry. Can we give him a lifeboat? Is there a lifeboat? I'm not above giving him a lifeboat. It'll be like that scene in Muppet Treasure Island with Sam Arrows in the lifeboat.
I think while you're working the scramble,
That's a
calling
wild
sailors to help him, he just
My favorite movie.
leaps off, and the waters are calm. That, like I said, that second day, and you see him kind of bob up every now and then before he dies, but almost like an alligator. Like he comes up sometimes and then he goes down.
Just
and
the
stays under
bony, the
water.
bonehead rises.
Yeah. He left behind his sack of money.
Oh wow!
And that's just extra weight that he doesn't need. So pretty much left behind everything except for the medallion, the diamonds.
The medallion of Bahamut?
Yeah.
Something like that.
And as
I'll
you
take
all
the
are
money.
standing
No,
there
he,
under
he
the
doesn't leave that. He takes that with him.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
he
okay.
booked that. Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
taking the
I
money.
misunderstood.
Jameson, how much gold is that?
The part of me that's
He's
gold
got a
hungry, the part
family.
of
Robbie
me,
has a family to support now.
the part of me
Yeah.
that suffers from gold hunger, whatever the hell it's called in the Hobbit movies, really wants that gold. But the part of me that's a player is like, man,
I
this
mean,
sucks.
it's enough to split 703 gold.
Wow.
I'm good.
So as you stand there on the edge of the ship under beautiful, blue horizon that matches the water below, and very faintly can see barely out there the shore. You wish the best for Rakalesh. And as you all are standing there, up walks Azariel. And he says, I couldn't help but hear the lizard fellow, some of what he said. I am not here to dabble, but he does have a point.
Hey, who the
Insight
fuck
check.
is this
Insight
guy?
check. Insight check.
I was just like, this guy
Yeah.
was for board
This
too.
dude-
Well, remember,
he can go
Azariel
right
is the
fuck
one
over
who
the side too.
you can surely try.
13 insight check. 13.
Okay. He's not showing any violence. He's not against Lenore. He's like, the inside is he seems to be very honestly conveying the idea that he conveyed to you that anything could be a vessel. When it comes to these 5 things, these masks, these rim speakers, he's the first person that actually brought it up to you all and said, what if she is one of them, or kind of looked at her strange. So he's kind of confirming some of his intuition through what he's hearing from Rakalesh. Doesn't mean he's right, but he's like, at the same time, he trusts you all as Lords of the Alliance, and he trusts that the council can make a fair decision on all of this. Who are we to make the decision? If the council sees the child as a threat, how will you be able to deal with the decision?
It's gonna be a no, dog.
Gonna be a note from me. The council. Look, they gave us authority. They listened to us. They believed us when we brought this to them. But we have been the ones who have been aware of shit going on with Tiamat, shit going on in the Nine Hells since the beginning. They had their suspicions. They saw the birds die. We have been the ones on the ground handling it. And I think that as much as they might think they can call a judgment on this kid in the situation, at the end of the day, I don't agree with anyone who would believe that the best course of action for the people who are trying to defeat evil would be to destroy an innocent kid.
Do you know how many innocents are lost when empires go to war? I'm not here to argue. I just am sharing a thought. I apologize if I provided any offense.
You didn't
I will be
provide any offense. I'm just
Tampy's offended.
exhausted. I'm exhausted, and it's hard trying to hold on to a sense of, what you believe in times where you have to sacrifice that for a greater good, theoretically.
I hear you there. And he retires away, and the days march on. That 4th day goes by without incident.
Other than that.
5th day goes by without
Other
incident.
than that, yeah.
It actually ends up taking you 2 days longer to get to the port of Waterdeep. Only one other strange occurrence. On the 6th day, you encountered a very mysterious, eerie fog and a derelict ship that Captain Belgar did not want to approach. unless anybody else did. I don't know, but you do.
Oh,
Demetria covers Ravi's mouth. We have
pointing in the wrong direction. Go ship.
We have too many. We have too many things to do. We have
And that
got.
ship floats
We've got a
eerily in
shopping
that
list
fog.
5 things deep right now. I am running on exhaustion. My armor is rusting. We
Fine,
are
fine,
going
fine,
to
fine,
Waterdeep.
fine. At least I want to look for markings so I can look up this later.
Okay, you looking for markings on the ship?
yes.
Can I have an investigation check from where, as far as you can see? It's very far away. I mean, and the captain doesn't know if he wants to approach it. The ship, eerie. You don't see any. It's close enough to where you should see crewmen, but you don't.
Demetria turns to Tempe and says, "He gets this from you. He gets this from you."
I go.
Well,
He goes. Tempe's like, it's interesting. Finds
Tempe's
it's
already
interesting.
halfway out swimming.
Yeah, he's like, I already jumped in the
No,
water.
not again. Not again.
14.
Tempe's on Lenore duty now. That's it. He's locked into this kid. He doesn't know who to trust right now. He's like, dude, if it ain't you three, like
There is something else I want to do while we're on the ship, but I want to try to get the deets on this. I want to get the license plate number on this ship.
does Tempe ever hear what happened with Ravi and her?
Yeah, we probably told you all about the conversation with Rakalesh.
Yeah.
But Ravi never said what happened. He just said that a few people died. Does Ravi repeat that to Tempe?
No, we probably tell you what happened while we were talking about
thing?
Buckleish. Yeah.
So then we have that conversation, right?
Yeah. I would also
Tempe-
slip in that I think that she doesn't know how to control her powers.
Tempe doesn't care. He says, we've all killed at least that many people. I myself have killed countless more than that.
You're not wrong.
That's his response to that.
You killed that many innocent townfolk?
He doesn't care. He's a mercenary. Before he met up with Ravi, he was just doing whatever job came about. Didn't matter.
And so you said you wrote a 14.
Yeah.
Okay. I think what you find, Ravi, is that it's too far to pick up a name of the ship, but you can the front of I'm always terrible with ships. What's the front of the ship called? Is it the stern and the bow?
prow?
The bow.
The bow. So the bow of the ship is carved in the form of a serpent with really large fangs, and then as it's sailing by, you can make out on the stern of the rear of the ship 2 kind of elegantly carved letters, R and L, but the R is like the opposite way, so it almost forms like a
Polo
crest.
shit, baby.
And it's just literally just drifting in the fog, and that's all you notice.
Dude, that's a cool ghost ship. I really wish we could have went and
Spooky.
explored that.
R.L. Stein.
R.
Oh, see, I thought
stands for-
Polo Ralph
no,
Lauren.
L stands for.
Oh, interesting.
That's R for refuse. L for let's not do that.
And so as you stay away from it, it seems to drift through the fog, and then as the fog passes, it's gone.
I'm like imagining like the tracking shot of like Amnon kind of intrigued, Tempe and Ravi super intrigued, and Demetria
Yeah.
just
So tired.
so tired, exhausted,
Jameson-
bags under her eyes, hair going crazy.
To your
Michael just swims past it.
to what you said, Jameson, just so you know, like Tempe doesn't have a gauge for innocence or not innocent. He doesn't really. That's not like a concept that is or a construct that exists for him. He doesn't really understand that. So that would be the reasoning for that.
Cool.
And so on the seventh night, you all finally make it, and you begin to pull into the harbor. And I'm sure there's a feeling of just, imagine that it's kind of delightful to be a place that you all consider home, a place that you kind of know. As treacherous as it can be, it also holds many wonders. The harbor is all lit up with little lights and candlelight and floating globes that hover over some of the streets. and you all pull in. Doc, Rakalesh has been gone for some days now. You step off.
Rolling up to the House of Spirits is going to be so fucking depressing if it's just the four of us. No more Eldricon, no more Burfoot, no more Rakalesh. Bittersweet.
Yeah.
Bittersweet feeling.
You say your goodbyes to Azariel. He's going to head directly to find, a place to stay, unless you're offering your location. But
God knows we have a lot of empty rooms right now.
And he's planning to meet with Lady Silverhands as early as possible in the morrow, and then they will be scheduling the council meeting within the day or so. But once everyone has arrived and made it to the city. And so after shaking your hand and you all kind of disembarking and the men kind of going their ways and beginning to separate out into the city, you take your walk and through the familiar streets. No one messes with you. And eventually you arrive on the steps of the House of Spirits. But unlike before, yes. Jameson?
So on the way there, do they get any of those salute waves?
Salute waves. Did you send me something in chat?
No, that's the hidden.
Oh, no. Yes. No, none of those. None of those. And for the first time as you approach those little saloon doors off those little steps, you can hear people having fun inside. As you step up on the wooden step and step into your tap room and see that while it's not packed, there are people here drinking and enjoying themselves. And for a second, as you scan the crowd, you for a second think, and this is nothing spiritual, it's just kind of like almost like reminiscent. You see like where Burr would have been by the fire, where Eldricon would have been gambling. You see where Elric would have been sitting at the bar. And now, but now,
like the ghost of them, we select the ghost of them, and then it disappears in our memory and shit.
And then as they disappear, there's now other people replacing them that are just having
people walk in front of the camera and then they're gone.
Yeah, like vaguely similar.
The ghost.
Now that I'm
the
depressed, let's
left.
continue.
And
House of Spirits ended up being haunted by the memory of those we've lost.
How's the food? How's the food going?
And as behind
menu?
the bar, a figure, there's a young guy, pouring drinks and a couple of servers. And there's a fellow kind of walking around talking to patrons. Is everything fine? Yeah, thank you. Tall, pale, elvish fellow, fancy shirt. He walks over. Sorry, I am the... Oh, you are the progenitors. Your place. Yes, I should probably get you a fine space. I'm Phil. I was hired by Obaya. It's been 6 weeks since you've all been gone. She said she went through a couple of managers in that time. I've only been here a week, but I think I'm doing fine.
I hate this guy already.
Anytime Tempe meets just a normal guy, he's like so territorial. He's like, no, I'm a normal guy.
Fuck those normal guys. We can't have none of those normal guys.
Insight check from everyone?
Ooh, I love an insight check.
Jameson, not from you yet.
That's
22.
a 0 because it's a 1 - 1. I am
Oh,
with this Phil guy. I have a taste for normal dudes. It seems evil women and normal dudes are Demetria's.
Oh wait, no, I lied. 18.
I got a 12.
Amnon?
Getting it. I got a 13.
Is that when you role play so much you don't even know where your dice are when it's time to like it's an hour into the game? Where are my dice at?
Yeah.
So Ravi, Phil looks familiar. I'll say that. His decor, his gentlemanly nature.
God.
He reminds you of someone. I'll send you a message of who you makes you think of.
I wonder if we have the same idea.
I have an idea, and I'm curious about that idea. What's your idea?
Uh,
Send me in the chat. What's your idea?
It's Phil
Yeah,
Stein,
that's
the
my
tavern
idea.
guy.
Yeah.
He just starts doing sciencey shit out of nowhere.
No, Phil Stein, the tavern guy. Not science.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah, same rhyme.
Starts making
different
drinks out of
person.
nowhere.
Does that make any sense? What I just sent you?
Oh, absolutely. That's where
Okay.
my mind was.
And so Robbie seems to have like a smile on his face as Phil is like, tells one of the servers, grab those drinks. Thank you.
Because I think you're gonna do fine.
Tempe cuts eyes at Ravi. He just looks at him.
And then sitting at a table all by his lonesome is a very decorated looking individual in knightly armor, clean, impeccable armor, with Neverwinter, markings or the iconography that would be on it in like royal blue. His helmet sitting beside him. Would you like to introduce Jameson, who is there, and a little bit more?
That'll be good old Kenneth, Archibald, Knight of the People.
Hey.
I recognize the art. I'm like, hold on a second. I know exactly who that is. Oh, but his armor's all shiny and new. You said it's.
That's what I was trying to figure out.
Does he only wear the old? Wouldn't he? Because here's the thing: when he finished that quest, if he's working under the Royal Guard, do you think they're going to keep him in the same old like armor? He's traveling with the Galt, Neverember. So, would he object? Would he adamantly object to that?
I mean, yeah, that's why he never traded out his armor in the first place throughout the entire adventure, even when there were options to upgrade available in like Bahamut's palace.
But even after having his daughter back and all that, he would not change that armor.
Correct, because like if you actually look at all the item descriptions of like the equipment he had before, like at least the cloak would stay the same.
The tattered
kind
cloak,
of a
right?
Black cloak with some golden trim.
Okay.
Like he had nice armor, it was just dingy because he hadn't washed it yet.
That's what I'm saying. So it's cleaned up, is what I'm saying. It wouldn't be like as dingy as when they found him in the ocean, is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it would be cleaned up. And another knight who has finished his drink stands up and goes, Kenneth, just remember, you're supposed to be. The Galt's probably gonna need us in the morning. So you want to stay here, do your thing, but and walks out. But and kind of calling the group's attention a bit to him. And that name de Galt, what it does ring in you all's head is when he says de Galt Neverember, you remember that to be the name of the father of Raynar.
So of course, have a good evening.
As they stagger out, he grabs his shield, gets one of the other guys, they walk out. And so you're all back at home. Phil comes over. So time to let me look at the ledger books. He puts on a small spectacle of specs, glasses, and he starts to go through. Okay, 6 weeks. It's been a rough, soft opening, but our first week we lost 30 gold, and our second week we made some cash. We were flat on our third week. Our fourth week we lost about another 55 gold to maintenance, and he's showing everything to you all. Fifth week
just tell us how much.
Tempe gets up rudely and like nudges Lenore to like, so he walks a little bit forward and has her jump on his back and like piggybacks her like out somewhere else.
Okay.
He doesn't give a fuck what this guy's saying right now.
I'll need one of you, or so I need somebody to give me a 2d8 times 10, and then need somebody to give me a 1d6 times 10.
I'll do the 1d6.
I'll do the 2d8 times 10.
This is to see how much you have made.
Roll high, boys. Roll high.
I rolled below average, 60.
60, and that's for the 1d. That's for the
2d8.
2d. Okay, 60.
And I rolled
Okay.
a 1d6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got a 50.
With the piggyback scene, Tanith will make the comment, "Oh, what a wonderful father."
And then, all right, so that means you guys made 110 gold. But with your losses,
Jetpack.
yeah, you guys are about 25 gold in debt.
Oh,
Right
Come
now.
on.
Damn it, fuck this place, man. Why do we own this shithole? What the fuck?
It's all Rainer's fault. No, it's
I
all
trust you. I
fault.
trust you. Phil says,
You've been through
we
like
are
how many
going to
managers?
turn this place around. You just
Tempe whispers,
I-
he goes, I knew this guy sucked.
God.
I had to hire
Okay.
a few folks to keep things up. It's
Phil.
it's gonna come along.
Phil, let me see the sales. I need to see the sales. I need to see. I need to go through Ivar. I need to go through so many things. I need to.
Robbie pulls
Yeah.
his glasses out and starts he sits down.
Yeah,
Takes
Phil,
off Phil's
I would
glasses and
really
puts
like
them
to
on.
see all the expenses on maintenance, please.
Yeah, where's our spoilage? I need to track spoilage. I need to track everything.
Just so you know, basically every week I roll a random on a random. It's a random D100 to see what happens that week, and then every week on this place costs you 60 gold a week in upkeep.
So we need to
So
make at least
that with
60
profits,
right
yeah. So if you all suggest certain things, for example, if Robbie suggests certain things, maybe that makes a bump to that 100 roll. Like maybe he adds a plus 10 to it every time, because the higher you roll, the more likely you are to get positive outcomes. But so it's kind of like a little mini game. So just think about it that way. And then you all rolled your profits, which then subtracted your losses. So that's about like where you're at right now.
I'm just loving the callback to the fact that we didn't want this fucking house in the first place. That we we were like, Xanathar's clearly not Xanathar, Volo. Volo's trying to scam us. Volo could have just paid us. Instead, he gave us the deed. And clearly, Volo somehow is responsible for this.
Well, so far, I mean, if you could blame this
Wait,
on
is Bolo
Obaya,
here? Is Bolo
he's
here?
not. He's not here.
He's not even supporting us. What an asshole.
But
Yeah,
Obaya is the
exactly.
one who like
He's probably scared of us. We bullied him. too
She's
much.
managing this. Like she hired this guy. Clearly Phil.
I never trusted her.
We
She
inherited
also
this shit
fired his
called a
predecessors.
dumping
Hold
stuff.
on. All right, so let's just calm
It's
down.
been open for 6 weeks.
This
They're
is how
like-
the party falls apart.
Yeah.
Demetria goes to the bar. Amnon and Ravi have this. She doesn't have a
Okay.
head number.
You guys
Well,
came home and expected to just be rich, like just
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, we gotta
Oh,
like clean up the
and-
place ourselves and shit now.
Amnon's gonna turn to Ravi. I'm gonna be like, okay, Ravi, how about you go ahead and look over all the income and what we can do for products. I'm gonna look over everything else and see what needs to be fixed and state of this place, maybe. What do you say?
I can handle the kitchen stuff.
All right, fine.
Demetria, or actually, Ohan, or sorry, not Ohan. I'm not. Sorry, I don't know. That's name.
Ohan
I must
is
have read
a
it in a book
fancy
somewhere.
name,
Sorry.
Ohan is at the bar. Ohan's like, and
Yeah.
Ravi's like, good at you.
Yeah, I make a cameo.
Sorry, I'm terrible at math. You're only 15 gold in debt.
Oh, that's fine.
So honestly, I'm just waiting for this whole conversation to end, so all of a sudden we just make it rain and be like, "Don't bother us about rent for the next year. Whatever. Don't go in my room."
And for M9, there was a few requests for like a few things came in the first like week you were out, but since you weren't there, like no one's really there's been That kind of
Makes
the board's
sense.
been empty, so no one's really been there for any.
What if we made
sense.
Amnon a sign that was like the doctor is in, so we could hang it up like outside whenever
Ooh,
you're actually
yeah.
here.
They had it. You had a sign outside, so now you
Yeah,
can just
I did.
actually put on there and say "Doctor's here." Yeah,
But
while you're in
honestly,
town.
I made that as a warlock and a level 1 artificer. I would love to remake it as a level 5 artificer.
Okay.
No, so honestly, how long are we planning on staying here?
Well, because it sounds like Silverhands, the meeting is going to happen maybe the next day or the day after next, right? It's that he's going immediately to try and get a.
He's going to go in early and talk to her, so that you guys can, of course, go at any time to talk to her. But that's not going to be the council meeting, right?
Yeah,
So you might just want to go and talk to her before the council. The council meeting's probably, and then you get the feeling that when you hear DeGault, basically what I'm trying to tie this is when you hear DeGault Neverember's name, him being the Lord of Neverwinter, it lets you know quickly that this guy Kenneth must be here with the retinue that came in with DeGault. That means DeGault's here. That means there's probably big people in the city right now that are here for this.
So a couple of days. In a couple of days, we'll be called up. But we definitely should talk to Silverhand tomorrow at least before the meeting.
We don't want to blindside her before.
No, definitely not. Yeah,
no.
we need to. Also, I don't trust Azariel to plead our case very convincingly. So we want to.
True.
After that comment he made about Lenore.
that guy, I don't know fucking know about that guy.
Any guy that you trust.
He was cute, but I don't know. I don't really trust that guy. We gotta have to have a conversation about him.
Amnon's gonna, after that, talking about the whole business and stuff, Amnon's gonna walk over and sit next to Kenneth and order a drink. I'm gonna be like,
Own the house, sir.
Thanks.
It better be. We own his money.
It's our house.
It's a joke, Tippy.
I hate this guy.
Bill looks at you like.
Demetria's like patting Tempe, like, okay, it's okay, buddy.
Tempe's like, it's not funny though. There's no. laughing. No laughing.
Demetria tips Phil. Demetria tips Phil.
Yeah.
Tempe looks at Demetria very, very poorly.
So.
While they're arguing, I'm gonna ask the bartender to get Lenore like an orange juice or something.
No need for the tip, my lady. Maybe a raise when I get this place in tip-top shape.
Okay, Tempe, let's go check out.
Tempe's about to lose his shit right now. He's about to flip the table.
Hey, Tempe, why don't you put the kid to bed, dude?
She needs food, and we walk away.
Hey,
Lenore sits at the table and like there's like a big mug of ale, like somebody like left on the table. It's got a little beer left. She like picks it up.
I tap her hands. I'm tapping her hands. Like no.
Here's your milk.
Little Shirley Temple.
Oh, that would have been better.
So then,
hey,
I'm gonna slowly turn back to Kenneth, and I'm gonna be like, as I was saying. I don't know where you strike my memory from exactly. It's hard for me to pay attention to all the shit that I gotta hear around here, but so what are you doing in this bar?
Well, as you saw, I was escorting the Lord. We have traveled from Neverwinter, for there is a council meeting pretty soon.
Oh. Council meetings here, huh? You heard about this, Dimitri?
Yeah, may have heard a whisper here and there.
Yeah, I heard it was everybody usually keeps secrets from me. All right, anyway.
I'm imagining Demetria's on the other side of Canis, so we're like boxing him in at the bar.
What is this? What is it?
I was about to ask: is the council meeting like for Lords of the Alliance?
No, it's for all Harper's, Lords of the Alliance. It's a ton of different factions, different kingdoms within the two major one of the major factions would be Lords, people who are of high rank within Waterdeep, Neverwinter, and the surrounding Sword Coast are coming together to actually hear out. So here's what I would say. I think that most people would understand what you would be privy to from your ranks, Kenneth, is that there are armies, like there are forces, smaller forces, but they've been moving and they haven't been moving. There's been no major attack on a city, but they've been moving on small villages. and they haven't been attacking those villages much. They've almost been subjugating them. They've been like providing them things. It's the strangest, like they come in, they show force, but then they give the people things, and then they set up shop. And so that much, right? And that's the same thing that this party has seen what's happened to Greenus. And so that's a threat. Of course, now I don't think everyone else knows about Azario's plan to tell them about this whole Tiamat conspiracy, but Lady Silverhands has clearly had a conversation with you all about, some of this stuff. You guys have been kind of kept her abreast of what's been happening. So there's a lot of different things at play, and I think it's all about the welfare of the land.
So then,
Can I say things from Kanotsu based on that information?
Yes. However yep.
So.
Yeah, and then I would basically be really interested and tell him our side of the story from when we were in Greenus.
Yeah, and if you want
to confirm whatever rumors that he's heard.
Yeah,
and then I don't know. I guess at that point, I'll just kind of just be really like I'll be drinking and just be truthful with him and just tell him about like everything we've been dealing with and how just like fed up I am with it all.
His armor also has these badges of honor that have been kind of like stamped into the metal or the metals that he wear off of his tattered cloak. And one of them you all recognize is the medal that was given to heroes across the land that participated in the War of the Giants. Those that like helped fight against the Giants in the 10 years ago.
That medals detail is gangster as fuck. Stamped into the armor. That's a fucking sick fucking visual. Do we have?
They'd be more like the Aramis medallions.
Oh yeah.
Yes, those as well. Those as well. You have one for that space creature that we fought. We have one for the dragon. That was Aramis' thing. Was every boss fight we had, he got a badge. So you definitely have a couple of those. Aramis would mail them to you.
Is this place like a real shithole, or do we have like somebody playing music in here and shit? Like, do we have like a lute player that
if we had Elric, we'd have someone playing music.
I know. Stop it.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Why you gotta make me feel bad for?
I feel like we have someone playing music, and when we walk in, we're like Elric, and then it's not him.
Yeah,
it's even
you
worse.
have someone, a young kid playing but he's not that great. But kind of playing things.
I want to get his attention though. I want to get his attention. He knows us, right? Because clearly he's been here before, right?
No, well, because you guys left this place like
I was gonna say,
and they nothing here.
Yeah,
I was gonna say when you said young kid, there was that kid that helped me and Tempe investigate the windmill 10,000 years ago. Yeah. That kid could have turned to the side of good and picked up.
Give me a D100 roll because there's a slight chance. I'm gonna say there's a 10% chance it's that kid.
Oh, I love this though. That's pretty good. Let's do this. I love that. That's a good idea.
10% chance. It is not that kid. I got a 45.
Okay. But he looks like him for a second. You're like, man, it reminds me of that kid.
So can Tempe just while all this is happening, Tempe wants to walk over to this kid, tell him to play a song. It just happens to be the song that he and Lenore like to dance to, and they start like goofily dancing around and stuff.
Yeah. Nice.
I'm gonna hand Kenneth a little survey that's asking what he thinks about the restaurant and be like, sir, could you fill this out?
But he's completely paying attention to what's going on in his surroundings because he's concerned about his friends, but he's also trying to be inconspicuous by dancing with his child.
She's standing on his feet so that he can move her around.
Yeah. It's that kind of thing. It's super cute.
Sir, if you fill out the survey and you turn it back into me, I'll give you 15% off on your next meal.
Only if he leaves his email, though.
Well, he has to like show us that he likes us on Yelp too.
Leave us a good review on Fantasy Yelp.
But in game, I guess I would tell him about like our journey so far. And I kind of put it in a way like we've been getting our asses kicked the whole time.
Don't tell him about the Mind Flayers yet. We don't know who he is.
No, not the Mind Flayer. Just like
Dimitra over there. She killed a crab. She killed 2 of them.
I killed a couple of crabs.
Does Kana tell any old war stories and like remind them who he is?
I mean, I wanted to start with the whole reason he was there in the first place before everything got bundled up. Because from Kana's perspective of this new threat, quote unquote, so so there's a new faction that's been moving about. They've shown great force, yet haven't used it. But they've been helping people all over, all the small towns. I personally find that wonderful. However, when it comes to the reputation of a noble and kingdoms, people offering such generosity might undermine their authority and power. So they don't take too kindly to this new faction.
Wonder if this is the same faction we saw.
I mean, the new faction we saw wasn't exactly interested in helping people for helping people's sake. What were these people like? This new faction? Like, do they have a leader?
They had a dragon, that's for sure.
Okay, yeah, we did run into those folk. Not what it looks like on the tin. When you say they're helping people, it's help that comes with a pretty awful price.
It's help.
Help.
It's not a like, can I help you? It's like, I'm helping.
Yeah. It's like wanting your future slaves to be as healthy as possible when the time comes.
Gosh, yeah. That's the way we got it. They like Demetra a lot, though.
No, okay, let's not go making that into a thing. There was a thing, but it's not. No, damn not. Demetra doesn't blush because she's already red, but she's blushing.
Well, that is unfortunate. I was hoping there'd at least be some kind people out there doing generous things for the sake of being generous, but I guess that's not always so.
We could wish it as much as we want to wish it was so. Wish it doesn't get it done.
As much as we're not perfect, more or less, I would say that's what we're trying to do right now.
That's what we're trying to do. Emphasis on trying.
We can not very well, but we're trying.
We're trying. We are down someone in the party. We're down 4 people in the party now, but trying to do good.
Oh, I haven't adventured in over a decade.
Yeah, old timer, what'd you get up to?
Not a whole lot from what I remember.
I was crying somewhere.
To be fair, I did have amnesia when I met them.
Shit.
Oh, well, I'm glad that you.
Well, I first met them. Well, I met the first one on a boat. A nice Triton named Ebony. We jumped into the water together, and she helped me not drown. Swimming in armor is not the easiest thing.
Oh, tell me about it. Tell me.
Immediate camaraderie.
Immediate camaraderie.
You had that happen?
God, the worst. You can feel it getting past like the padding, the surcoat.
Then I met a thief named Aramis who burned his book for some reason.
Waste of a book.
We had 2 Dragonborn.
Like good men.
A fighter named Drax and a paladin named Kilgern.
Wait.
Okay, hold up.
Wait.
The Kilgern guy, can you go into a little more detail with him? You say it was a Dragonborn? What kind of Dragonborn?
He was a black scaled Dragonborn. He wasn't the most talkative type. Very, very serious. Very devoted to Bahamut. He died and was reborn.
I think we might know the same guy.
Do you now?
Yeah, Kildren's kind of, well, were you friends with this Kildren guy? You say you fought alongside him. Was he like an ally?
This is like
Of
the two
course.
chicks at the bar who's like, oh, my boyfriend, he's about 5'9", dark hair, he's a boyfriend too. Yeah, you know, it's that kind of
Yeah, he
situation.
got me red roses for Valentine's. Oh, he got me red roses for Valentine's too.
They play for the same sports team. All yeah, it's that kind of situation.
So, well, yes, we were all serving Bahamut.
Well,
And Kenneth will tap his shield, which is the one that was made by Magnus, because he wasn't done describing everyone yet. The shield was made by my buddy Magnus in Bahamut's palace, no less.
Oh, my goodness, I have one too.
Wait,
And I pull out my shield and I'm like, check it out, I got a Magnus too.
Oh,
This all
Wait.
seems to be a strange coincidence, or maybe a positive omen, as the party sits around having this conversation with King.
Hold on, you've been to Bahamut's palace?
we kind of took the direct route, but yes. So back to everyone that I knew, there was also a Genasi named Durga. That's actually Magnus's wife. That's a entirely interesting story on its own.
What I love about the fantasy world is no one ever goes, nah, man, you fucking lying.
I'm just sitting and enjoying the
Well,
callbacks, you know. So
Demetrius
I can't say
thinking back to
no.
that play we saw, because the play we saw, she's like, yeah, there was a character named Aramis, but he wasn't a thief. Yeah, there was Durga.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, and there was this knight character, so now it's like, yeah, I like that.
Demetria is the math lady meme right now.
Do I still have that?
But
I
if
love
was
that meme.
Jinx
That's one of my
again?
favorite
I
memes.
can't remember
Jinx
what
was
Jinx
a tiefling.
was.
Jinx was a tiefling.
Jinx was
Yeah.
a tiefling? Hmm.
Yeah.
There was a second tiefling that was blue, named Jinx. She also got killed and unkilled.
Seems to happen a lot to people
Yeah.
around you.
Accurate.
Well, I've taken the stance of just not dying.
A very wise stance. Very wise stance.
There was an owl folk who wasn't very happy with us, named Boo.
All right, there was.
He actually died. He stayed dead.
Well, I mean,
He
2 out of 3. 2 out of 3
He
ain't bad. 2 out
actually
of 3.
died. He actually died and stayed dead. That's the best fucking line of the night right there. That's so good.
Wow.
He got smoked. Poor Boo. Rest in peace, bro.
The fate of Ebony is.
And no one mentioned him ever again.
No one, not even me. I totally forgot I created that motherfucker.
Literally,
man.
not even at the end of that session.
Did not even remember that motherfucker. As soon as Killjoy came back, it was like that dude never existed, bro. It was
John was like, I don't want to play with you anymore.
I totally dropped that motherfucker and like totally just walked away from him. Oh, so bad.
Man.
Demetria does want to tell Kildren, not Kildren, does want to tell Kenneth about Kildren. Sort of like edging in, like.
Yeah. The fate of Ebony. She died, but she is in Bahamut's palace. I don't know if she's quite alive or dead.
Depending on whichever's funnier in the group chat.
It's, yeah.
I got about your kind of roster of dead and not dead friends. I kind of have some bad news about Kildren, actually, because I know him and he's sort of my parole officer of sorts. But he's been helping us with this problem that we've been working on, that we're working on actually for the Lord's Alliance. Your guide DeGalt is here to speak with. And he's in a tough spot. He's captured, tortured by forces unknown, but we assume it's a pretty awful big power that has him, and we could use all the help we could get. If that's, I'm sure you have your job, you have working for Neverwinter, you have more important stuff, but like I said, we're kind of in need of aid right now. Allies, wherever we can get them.
Yes, this is all quite troubling. Will you be in attendance for the council? that is being held.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be there.
We shall see what is decided there.
That's fair. That's honestly fair. Here, Phil, can we comp his drinks, please?
Where are you
Oh,
staying?
there's no need for that.
Yes, absolutely.
For Killjourn, I feel bad.
Not a problem. We've
Kenneth,
taken
where
care
are
of your tabs.
Well, known Killjourn. He's been through worse.
God damn. Okay.
The only thing that has killed Killjourn that I know was Killjourn.
I believe I can fly.
But the
What does
worst
that
part is
mean?
that no one who has not seen that is not going to understand these jokes.
Yeah,
That
It's
breaks
not for
my heart.
them. It's the
So everybody has to go back and see if they could find those YouTube videos, if any of those still exist somewhere, because
Like
those-
half
we
of them
didn't.
we can get
I
rid
don't
of.
think we
Half of
record. I don't think we recorded.
I don't think
that
they
we didn't
recorded them,
record
right?
a lot of them.
That
Yeah.
session we didn't, which
But
I really
the
regret.
ending is there, and like some
Man.
of the others. Yeah,
It's there in our hearts.
It's
We
just in
are
our
the-
hearts, man.
We are the
just share
true
that
fans
together.
of the first
If
season.
we ever
are
do
the
a
true
Q&A
fans.
at Comic-Con, then you can ask us.
That's it. Woo! I love that.
And I
so
plan
the-
for Kenneth to retell the entire tale of Storm King's Thunder throughout the campaign.
Love it.
You just
And
have
so-
to introduce the cast first.
That might be a perfect place to like end the night where you all are. He's beginning that story, right? So it's like the first night of beginning that tale as everyone's gonna sit around the fire listening to Kenneth. Unless there's anything else that you guys think you would add here, I would move us on to the next day and pick up on the meeting of going to Lady Silverhands, unless we have another idea of where we want to go.
Well, a brief role-playing moment question, because we have all these empty rooms. Demetra is going to kind of turn to Tempe and be like, I know I'm a Slav and I know you're not. Do you want me to move out? Do we want to keep sharing a room, or do you want me to kick it to the end of the hall?
I don't care that you're a slob. If you want to move out, then that's fine. But Tempe doesn't really carry. I mean, Tempe doesn't carry it away. You know, where's the kid sleeping?
I'm looking at
It's all
looking
up
at a
to
map.
you.
Yeah,
right
where's
now.
the old map? Yeah, where's the old map?
This is the thing that we need, because Tempe is now well aware that this kid is in some kind of danger from
Yeah.
outside of this group and possibly from decisions that our group is
Do
making.
we want to be putting her up in like a bassinet?
And
Yeah.
Tempe does not feel comfortable not being near this kid, so
Yeah.
he might be the one who you could keep the slob room and he's gonna go sleep on the ground inside whatever room this kid is in, or
Oh, we could put her up in
outside her
Eldrickon's
door.
tower. We can put her up in
Yeah.
Eldrickon's tower.
We
What's
might
that?
We
also
could.
we might also want to treat regular nights the way we do like in the wilderness, in a way where one of us-
Yeah, where we're taking turns. That's smart.
If
I mean, at this point, we're on guard duty. She's our responsibility.
Well, but I don't know if it's guard duty. Like, I mean, like, if we're gonna put her in a tower. I don't know.
Well,
No.
because Eldricon was in the tower that goes above the attic where Ravi sleeps.
Yeah, but that was really like a
No.
loft, right? That's how.
no, it's a full bedroom. It's attached to the tower.
Got it.
I'm just saying that, like, just at night while she's sleeping, we
Yeah.
can watch.
Yeah,
and in the
yeah,
daytime,
it's probably a
stays
good
with
idea.
us.
Yeah. Well, yeah. What if you just you guys share a bedroom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
that's
and you
how it
guys-
is.
Yeah, you
I mean,
guys.
I don't think it'd be a big deal for.
I mean, Eldricon's room is already kind of empty.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Because of things that happened when
Elric's
and
room
like
is
Wow.
empty
and like
too. We
honestly,
got
Tempe's
room.
not gonna do that much sleeping anyway. He's just concerned about, like, he just needs a little bit of sleep to recharge and not die. But outside of that, I think we're
But
good.
that's what we're saying. Let's take turns. Like, even like I can even have Axel watch for the night. you
Oh,
know?
that's a good idea too. Yeah, that's a good idea.
He'll watch with devil ears in like a dog form, so right outside the door.
no,
Oh,
like
that's
curled
a
up on her
great
feet.
idea. Yeah,
He'll
Tempe
wake
can
me up
get sleep.
immediately when you know.
Yeah, Tempe can get sleep while the
This is why
fucking
you have the
devil-
doctorate. This is why you have the
Yeah.
doctorate.
This is an important question. What are the hours of our tap room?
That's a good question.
What kind of clientele do we want?
Yeah, you can change it. I imagine it's open from, at this point, probably 12 or 1 in the afternoon until
No brunch option.
11 at night, 12 at night.
I'm okay with that for now.
For now.
Yeah. Sundays
Okay,
we'll do a brunch.
Yeah,
Next order of
you
business.
are the
Bloody
manager. You are
Marys.
the official owner, so you can change anything about it. They've literally just been trying to run it for you since you're active adventurers.
I was actually thinking if there was any way we can invest further into the bar.
And what do
You
you
said
want
it
to do?
looked so like okay, so like you said it looked okay. How do we make? How much would it cost to like renovate to look nice to help Phil out a little bit?
Could we
Like, what if-
hire new management?
No, dude, just ask Phil what he needs. Tempe, go play with the kid outside. You should come here and help me out with this shit.
Tempe mumbles off. He's like, "I hate this place."
Hey,
Yeah,
Malcolm,
back
Malcolm,
to the bar.
Sorry, it's not a prison, Tempe. Sorry, it's not prison.
He loved prison. Tempe
I'm gonna
loved
say-
motherfucking prison, dog.
Malcolm, I sent you a direct message.
Okay.
3 hots and a cot. He could do his push-ups, all his shit. He was good, man, in prison, bro. It's terrible.
It's so weird how you're good with prison, but you hate everything that's dirty.
It's ridiculous. Well, that was a nice prison, though. I mean, that prison was pretty luxurious, but I mean, for a prison, guys, come on.
Yeah.
Say this much about the corrupt Asmodeus following cultists who run this city. They invest a lot in their private prison system.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man,
So we should be able to improve the bar.
they had cable TV, all kinds of shit there, bro. It was-
You're making shit up, Tempe. That was not. Tempe's like in his memory, it was like this beautiful resort.
He remembers it being a resort. Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Like, yeah, they
prisons-
gave us facials.
I mean, depending on how the prison is run, it could be very clean by making the prisoners clean it.
It wasn't
And
even the
Tempe
prison
loves
making
to
them clean.
clean.
It was
Tempe
Tempe
loves
making
to
them
clean,
clean.
so you know.
Tempe became block manager. He was like, all right, come on, let's sweep. Let's get the corners. Wash
That's
the baseboards.
fantastic. No, Tempe, he pushed a little library cart. He was
Pass
like the
them through
old man in
bars to
Shawshank
people.
Redemption. Tempe's the old man in Shawshank Redemption.
Morgan Freeman.
Man.
Oh fuck! I don't know if this got funny or depressing at the same time. It was rough. Oh shit.
Okay.
I love when Malcolm says that because he's thinking through how to.
This is
how to-
Malcolm's thinking face for anyone
Okay.
who's watching. There's a lot of
Like
Um,
things
thinking
being
through all
rolled
our
in the background.
jargon and just
Wait, hold on, wait.
Oh, here we go.
I'd like
I
to
take the
say
notes.
Tempe fought the good fight, but that ain't kind of story.
I take the notes. Lex gets into the weeds about food management.
I remember Boo.
Okay.
I remember.
Poor Boo, bro. Rest in peace. I love Boo, man. I'll revisit that character.
Boo was what he was, you know.
He
Boo
was. He was
there.
exactly what he was.
Also,
If it's
did I
possible,
forget
just
any
let me know how
characters?
much. Jinx's brother, who was an asshole.
Yeah, but he wasn't part of the party.
Yeah, but he fucked us over.
That's part of the stories.
What was Jinx? Various. Various was Jinx's brother's name.
Yeah, Varys.
I remember because I curse his name every day.
Fuck, I don't remember.
I think it was Various. Various.
Varys. It was Varys, right?
There was an ES.
Was ES?
Okay.
You want me to check the notes? I'll check the notes if you want me to check the notes.
Bro, you about Cheryl's about to dig in the crates for you guys, but you
Go
guys
for
don't
it.
understand. She's going back about 2 years of notes. I'm gonna start narrating these fucking sessions like this and see, just because it's ridiculous.
So the night passes, and the party awakes early, and not earlier than Ravi, as he's gone off early in the morning, maybe kind of looking around town, maybe gone to the market, comes back, he's got some fresh produce for cooking and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But after that, you all head out to the palace to see Lady Silverhands, and with your Lords of the Lions badges. You are admitted. Now you go. When you wake up, Kenneth is already gone, so he's not with you. When you arrive, you are led to a similar to the chambers, to the council chambers of Lady Laurel, and two guards open these large doors, and as she's walking out, it looks like she's been taking meetings, right, all morning, and as she's walking out with a very tall, older gentleman, kind of very beautiful, like brown hair, but he's got two, the kind of the salt and pepper, the stripes of white, clad in his armor and his blue. He's very fantastical. He is, you can tell this must be Dagalt Neverember himself. Now, from what you all know, Dagalt is a figure that is larger than life, and some people hate him, some people love him. From the information that you all know, this is the guy who supposedly embezzled all that money, all that gold that is now gone under Waterdeep. Supposedly him, Raynar, who doesn't really like his father. This is that guy. I think even like they had mentioned Raynar. I think Raynar shared with you that he thought he was dead, right? Like maybe that was just something. Whatever it is, he walks, goes, "Thank you, Lord. Neverember, we will see you at the council. Thank you for your support." And beside him, his two knights, there's Kenneth, and he kind of says a couple words to Kenneth, and Kenneth, what you just been privy to as Lady Neverember, after a conversation with Dagalt, has especially requested your services, and you can tell that Lord Dagalt is a little kind of annoyed, not frustrated or angry by it, but like, okay, it's taking one of my best, knights, one of my best soldiers. And she goes, the left hand, good to see you all. I don't know if you've made acquaintance of Kenneth, but I especially requested him to be working with you, at least for a short time going forward. And of you all, of course, having met him the night before, kind of like realize that you have made those acquaintances. She says, come, we have much to catch up on. I've been meeting people all morning. It's around 10 in the morning. She's like, I've having my morning meetings. Early this morning, I have met this Isario that you sailed in from Baldur's Gate with. Strange fellow. I find some of his ideas a bit far-fetched, but others seem to track with what we've been discussing and seeing across the land. But first, I'm sorry, I'm so kind of on task. How are you all? You're all here. Kenneth is now here as well. You all kind of fast-forwarded you all to the palace.
Did we bring Lenore with us?
Did you bring Lenore with you?
I mean,
I think we should.
I would say yes.
I think we should, because I think we want to at least show Silverhand her one-on-one first.
Yeah.
Instead of in front of a huge council of people. So I do think we should bring her.
Mm-hmm.
But does anything happen as we get to this point though? Like
This is the young child. Oh, I do feel
Zariel.
I do feel her presence.
Yeah, Lenore, this is Lady Silverhand.
She steps back and clutches Tempe's leg. Like not want to be near anybody but you all. It is fine. Lady Silverhands kneels down. It is all right, child. Will not hurt you. In that very soft way that she is able to speak.
Insight check.
Okay.
Tempe does an insight check. Tempe looks at Lenore.
7.
Can I use just my passive insight?
Wait, no, I'll use my inspiration. 7.
Yeah.
It was another 8. It was another fucking 8.
This is getting outrageous here.
My passive insight.
Man.
My passive insight's 17.
Okay.
Can I insight check the kid to see how she feels about her?
Right now, all of your insights are not, nothing's pinging, no spidey senses or anything tingling going off here. What do you? Yeah, go ahead. Yes, give me an insight, Tempe.
14.
Okay. She seems untrusting of Lady Silverhands, but not any more untrusting than she's been about anyone else.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Nothing abnormal then. I wouldn't have picked up on anything abnormal.
Yeah.
Neither would Kenneth, because he's just pure human champion fighter.
It's fine. She's fine with you all. She's a lovely child. But yes, there's a lot happening. And Azariel seems to make a good point on this Drakhorn that has been blown. It has been mentioned of in ancient texts as myth, but somehow I had to call on those magicians from even Candlekeep to understand that that there are texts, the common texts say that this is but fairy tale, where there are older texts we were able to find that show there is some truth to this. And the last known location was the Sea of Moving Ice. Yes, Demetria.
I was gonna say, it seems to be a running theme so far in this whole situation that myths are much truer than we think.
Yes, it is. I'm surprised by the child's magical aura. Azariel did mention the idea of rim speakers, these figures needed to bring back Tiamat. Do you
Wait, so
believe...
she says that to us directly?
Yes. Why would she? Yeah. She's sharing what they talked about.
I like how you answered that in character for a second.
Yeah, yes, yeah. So she just, she seems to kind of be laying it all out, like what she sees. And she's asking, what do you all, you spent time with this child. Is she a danger? Is she a danger?
Tempe looks down. He goes, I knew you were magic. And he smirks a little bit.
Yes.
She's powerful.
I was powerful at an early age. I've heard that I do find that I can't get a read on her at all, which is strange, but not completely uncommon. You are all in safe hands. Like I said, I can continue to talk. How have you all been? Is there anything that I can help you with as of right now?
There was an issue with a member of our party regarding Lenore. Our main concern, and I think I'm not stepping on any toes here to say this, but our main concern is that when you come to the council about this problem, about Tiamat, about the threat, about doing something about it, that people are going to want to hurt the kid. Like, she's saying this, trying to say this so that Lenore maybe can't hear her a little bit. So
yeah,
which is an outcome that we will not tolerate at all.
Okay, fair enough. I understand.
Tempe looks super lovingly at Demetria. Like, he's super, super happy that she said that. Like, he didn't think he was alone in it, but he did not know until now that everyone else felt the same way, really, or similarly, at least.
I would never take that decision away from you, though I must state that as someone who has had to make tough decisions in my life, if the child is found to be unfit to be here, you may all find yourself banished and may need to leave.
We've according to Robbie, this child has amazing power, but I've seen this child have restraint. I've seen her get mad and I've seen her calm down right away. I think that with Tempe and our support, this child is no danger to anybody.
And that is why I'm meeting with you. I respect you all, and I respect what you are sharing with me. But I do have something to ask of you, and I do think that it may require, being of my stature and my magical background, I think that myself, as well as the mages here, should spend some time with Lenore. I think that will also give you all a chance to do something for me that keeps your Lenore out of harm's way.
What's that?
Well, we seem to have a major problem in the city as 5 days ago, the palace was attacked. All was fine. Our gates were not even reached past the courtyard. There were a mob of several hundred mindless citizens just rushed the gates. They were quickly handled with, but there were casualties, and unfortunately, as a leader, it was hard for me to see innocents hurt this way, even though they were anger in their eyes, crazed, almost zombies. Many awoke later, and we realized I immediately thought they were charmed. We had several people sequester them and look into this, and we found that, of course, there was no magic, no charming upon them at that point. But we thought maybe they were charmed to attack the city before. It wasn't until one of the dead one of our doctors performed an autopsy on one of the dead, finding that the man had no brain. A living, walking man with no brain.
No horror.
And
Nilhor.
he smelled of the sewers, this man. And yes, I believe we have what is called an Iliath
Mind Flayer.
on our hands. Yes, the common folk would call them a Mind Flayer. This is making it very hard to trust anyone. But we believe that this being lives under the city, lives within the sewers. We may be able to point you in the right direction, but we need to have this rooted out.
We
ASAP.
we think we might have an entry point into that, man, because on our
Wait.
ship ride over.
Wait, we're going against dude. No.
Yeah. Hold
no,
up.
This guy
Wait.
flattened us last time we went there.
You have been in the presence of the Mind Flayer?
Did we tell her about this?
Nope.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No, I leaked that out.
I don't think you guys ever
Briefly.
talked to. You can remind me. I may be wrong, and if it gone back, it's been a while. But
I know we
don't
told
think you-
Sagat.
Yeah, I think you told Sagat.
Oh no, I
I'm not
didn't tell her.
sure
I
if-
didn't want to tell her.
Yeah, I don't think you guys talked to Lady Silverhands.
We told her about Tiamat. We did not tell her about the Mind Flayer situation.
But we know
So-
though. But we know though, right? So like,
We know.
Yeah, you know what you're
So-
up against. So yeah, what is?
We're about to have an awkward couple of minutes.
we
Last
better
time
bring
we
this kid
spoke,
with us. We're not gonna leave our kid to go play with this fucking magic people while we go fuck off in the sewers and get killed.
And at
That
that
beats
point,
everything.
because I know this is about to be a conversation, let's take a 5-minute break. But you guys can decide. Is what are you gonna do?
at the very
here?
least, we can tell her because we know the warehouse where the statue got delivered is probably the entrance to his sewer zone. So
Yeah.
we have an
Mhm.
entry point rather than just go through the whole sewers.
And she's asking you to take.
And I
root them
mean,
out
we've
if-
leveled up.
Why don't
since
they
then.
send this fucking ironclad guy and his soldiers over there? to
He's
go-
probably gonna come with us.
you
Send
know?
more NPCs to fall
Yeah.
beneath the wheel of our inequity.
Yeah, I mean, and if we're gonna do this, dude, we gotta go shopping.
Oh, we got to go
Oh,
shopping.
we gotta
we
go
got to go
shopping.
shopping there.
I need pink armor.
Oh my god.
Don't worry, Kenneth has a story to tell about Mind Flayers.
All right.
Fine.
All right. So
How does Robbie feel about leaving Lenore here, though?
I don't love the idea,
Yeah.
but I feel like I trust Lady Silverhand enough to not
it's
make
better-
a decision without.
Do we want to
consulting
take
the
her to meet
council first.
Nilhor? And we don't want to take her to meet Nilhor. We're not
I
taking
mean,
her down
look,
to the sewers. though.
Tempe does not want to take her or leave her. Sean wants to take her so that she could blow somebody's fucking head up. But Tempe doesn't know that she did that. So, or at least not in that same, vein.
All we know is that she's powerful. That's
Right.
I'm
But I mean-
uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable leaving her. I don't know that Tempe would love to do that. I think it's gonna have to be a conversation. Somebody's gonna have to convince him with good reason to leave this kid with these fucking people, because he don't fucking like nobody. He definitely don't like these motherfuckers. At least not enough to leave a fucking kid with them. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we'll have to figure that out. Dude, we keep getting into some bullshit. We gotta stop fucking with these people, man.
What if we all just like quit and we all go become farmers?
Yeah, bro. Let's just go run the tavern, bro. Let's just hang out. We just don't. If we don't leave the
It's like,
tavern,
you know
then
what?
we're good.
We're out. We're done.
That's it. We just hang out there, run our business. You know what I mean?
Malcolm comes back. He's like, so what do you guys want to do?
We're gonna go back home. We're gonna go home, Malcolm.
You're
Yeah,
fired,
we're
gonna run the tavern,
We're retiring. Don't fire Phil.
and then the rest. Fine. We can keep Phil, and then the rest of our campaign is just us defending the tavern from the onslaught of shit that will eventually come to find us.
Malcolm's gonna kick us out.
It'll be like one of those fucking one of those movies where like the guy tries to escape his past but has to come home, and there it is, it's back in town. Fuck. I'm really having fun with Lenore. I really hope she helps Tempe
scared.
levitate. I hope there's like a levitation montage.
I keep wanting to have a moment with her where I can like do like a druid craft. I want to try to help her like
Dude, you
figure out her magic. But I'm a divine caster. I'm not an arcane caster, so I can't even be like, I don't know.
stop doing math and come hang out with me and Lenore. Let's go frolic in the woods. That's it. Just
But I want her to learn how to control her powers.
as soon as Tempe sees that she has power, he's gonna be super enthused for her to fuck everything up. Like he's not gonna want her to control anything. He's gonna be like, he wants people to be super free. Well, that's his fighting style, right? That Lucy,
Right, but right now she
fancy,
can't.
you know what I
She
mean?
can't.
He's like the opposite of Mr. Miyagi. He
yeah,
wants
he's
her to always be on offense.
He's like Cobra Kai. He's absolutely Cobra Kai. He's like Johnny from Cobra Kai, except clean and a little bit more,
Oh God.
woke, a little
Ohan
more respectful of women.
Yes,
Ohan got me
very, very
reading
much
this,
respectable of women.
Ohan got me reading this new book series.
Is
Uh-huh.
it Cobra Kai?
No, it's it's like Mage Errant. And there's literally the main character. At one point, like the way that the magic works, essentially they have like mana reserves within their bodies.
Yeah.
And the main character finally is able to like cast a super powerful spell, but it like knocks him out. So it's very much like Lenore.
Yeah.
So I want her to learn how to be able to control her powers so she doesn't keep knocking herself
Oh,
out.
that's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah. That's a good point. Fuck.
Yeah, we need
Nobody
her to
wants
not
see her be
faint
badass.
so she can kill more people in a row.
Dude, as soon as
Yes.
she kills somebody in front of Tempe, it's probably going to be in defense of Tempe too. Watch.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that's how Malcolm's going to play
And he's
it.
gonna be like that meme of Chris Jenner, like, you're doing amazing. Sweetie."
Yeah,
Oh.
Tempe's going to lose his mind and just be so fucking stoked, bro. He's going to be
Tempe's
the
the
worst.
mom
Oh,
from Mean Girls in the
oh,
aisle,
oh.
like doing the dance with
Oh.
her.
Yeah.
Well, y'all are picturing so much more fun than what I'm picturing, because I'm picturing like Tempe like at one hit point, like still standing, like barely dagger out, like in front of Lenore. And then she just like behind him, like puts her hand out and just like incinerates someone.
Oh, that would be a great moment too. That'd be a really good moment too. I like Tempe just getting hyped that she's killing motherfuckers. He's gonna be super excited.
I'm back. What I miss?
Tempe being excited about a child murderer.
I just want to
Tempe's
say
like
that
collecting child murderers.
Yes, yeah. That's
I do
true,
wanna
actually, right? I mean, Robbie's technically a child,
Eh.
but he's not. Robbie's
He's a
not
youth.
Tempe's though.
He's a
Lenore,
youth.
Lenore is young
Wow,
enough
that's
to where
hurtful.
she belongs to us. Not
See
belong.
See what happens when dad
Horrible way
gets
to
a new
say it.
baby. See what happens when dad gets a new baby. Suddenly
Yeah.
you're too old and you got to be mature.
Yeah. I traded Robbie in for a new model. No, Tempe still
Rude.
loves to frolic in the woods with Robbie, though. That's the thing.
He's like, but Lenore's tired. Can we frolic later?
Yeah. Fine. Yeah, that's what it is.
How about
Wait.
my 180 attitude on Lenore?
I love that. Thank
I
you.
also, yeah. The whole like,
Yes.
what a wonderful father. That was a good moment.
Yeah, excellent stuff there.
Because Kenneth has a daughter. He's also,
Yeah.
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 I think,
Yeah.
I was
22
thinking
now?
when you swapped your thing to the image, I'm like, oh, Kenneth is perfect because I remember his thing with his daughter. Yeah,
Yeah,
smart
Kenneth's
move.
gonna be
James.
good.
Smart move.
So even when Lenore turns out to be evil and Tempe decides
won't.
that he doesn't care, Kenneth's gonna be like, oh, but she could still be good because she's a little girl.
Yeah.
This reminds
And then I
see?
leave you, and then Demetria leaves you for a new person to be the dad of the battle family.
Kenneth is a very optimistic person. There's only one thing he's not optimistic about.
Mind flares.
Yep.
Wait, what did you say?
Mind Flayers.
Mind flares.
Oh yeah,
We
Got
gotta
it in
kill
one.
them.
fuck those mind flayers.
Good, and that's a goal we all agree on.
Hey, Tempe, I think it's better for us to get this Mind Flayer out of here for and have Lenore in the city.
Yeah. We don't want anyone to mind flare her.
You guys are just no, fuck you guys. You guys are out of character talking me out of this now, which is it's working, but
Look, I don't want to leave her, but you know,
this
It's-
Silverhand bitch though, like, you think she's alright though?
Yes, I think she's.
well,
I think
I don't know.
she's
I don't know
the
how
most-
much Malcolm will let me
most-
know about her.
She's the highest ranking. We trusted her with the information about Tiamat, and she acted in good faith about the information from Tiamat. She doesn't worship any demons. She has not asked us for anything.
Yeah.
She has given us
Yeah.
things, including authority that we
Malcolm,
have leveraged to our benefit.
How does Tempe feel about this lady?
You tell. I think I know how you feel about her. I think that.
Well, Tempe don't fucking trust nobody right
Well,
now. He
so
doesn't
then I
really
know
know
how
how
you
to
did
feel.
that.
So
I don't create how you feel.
I mean,
about
is
the
she
characters. I
presenting
just create the
is she
characters and what
presenting
they-
this in a light that is true? Does it feel good? Does he
I have
look?
presented
He loves
her as
he loves ladies, right? Like this woman is
what
a
I have
woman
presented.
statue, right? So he would have a little bit of reverence for her because she's a powerful lady, right?
Poor
think so.
Malcolm. Poor Malcolm.
I think here's the thing: you all are at a point where you either take this little girl everywhere you go, and you put her in danger everywhere you go.
Yeah, but I
or you
also know
trust
what
somebody
dickhead
at some point to
DMs do.
babysit.
All you want to do is split this little
Listen,
kid from
man.
us. I don't trust you. I don't trust you, Malcolm. I don't.
I love
trust
Malcolm
him.
yelling at us this right now, just as he's about to have a kid.
I know, like you dickhead, DM. Oh man,
I was
be
going to
fair.
say I can't wait for Malcolm's stance on killing children in game to change as soon as he has
it's
a
not
kid.
gonna change. I'm telling you right now.
Hey,
Fast
It's
forward.
recorded.
killing-
It's
You at
recorded.
home?
We
You at
have it.
home?
That's
Skip
not
forward
gonna-
3 sessions and let us know
Yeah,
what changed.
yeah.
These little
Comment
bastards
Comment
down
ain't
down
below.
real.
below.
My
Comment
idea?
down below
I've
when
heard
the
this-
finale proves us right.
Hey, killing the child was my idea. Malcolm just said it was favorable. That's all he said on the matter.
To his god, it was favorable.
Tempe will reluctantly speak to Lenore, and if she's comfortable staying, then he will be okay with it.
Very fair.
And if she's not, what's he
I
gonna do?
cast calm emotions. I cast calm
If he's
emotions.
not, he's going to talk to everyone and be like he wants to take her with him. She doesn't feel comfortable. He wants to.
This is like Tempe
Yeah.
arguing with the manager of Gold's Gym about leaving her in the kiddie watch area instead of taking her onto the weight floor with him.
Like she can
That's
lift
my-
too. Look, watch. She can lift this. Watch. She can squat that 450. I'm telling you.
Okay. He asks her what she wants. And make it random so I don't make a. You can tell she doesn't want to go. She doesn't want to stay. And as any kid, I don't think would want to stay with someone who's not like their parent or not their guardian.
Okay. Tempe is going to,
but she's not like kicking and screaming, right? Like
right,
if Tempe
right.
reassures her,
She's
she'll
just
stay.
unsure of it. Okay,
Yeah.
so Tempe's going to kind of like pull her to the side more, and he's just going to get down to her level, and he's going to say, "You'll soon be ready, but let us go and handle this, and I'll be back as soon as we can." And he will slide her one of his daggers, and he'll be like, he says, me and Ravi, and we will be back.
Can I tinker with that dagger to record
That dagger is in stealth, right?
Yeah.
Stealth check.
Would that be sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand. I'm sorry.
Sleight of hand.
And then I'm going
Maybe
to
sleight of hand.
grab my necklace and just say to Salune and be like, "Listen, I know I haven't been the best follower, but right now, I need you to protect her, please." And then I'm gonna take off my necklace and I'm gonna put it around Lenore's neck.
22, because I got a +5, motherfucker.
Okay, it's a good sleight of hand. It's a good pass.
Very
Lady
happy.
Silverhands isn't even looking in the direction when you do it. As you all talk a bit further, she tells you kind of what they know. And in passing, she kind of talks about. I don't know if you all have shared anything about this, like this warehouse. And I think Demetria kind of said we have a clue on that, but she talked about how Stagat came to her talking about one of his own guards that disappeared in the same area. He went to the boat, but the boats have since left. And then she said Stagat was supposed to come back and follow up with her, and he hasn't followed up in over a week.
Not Demetria's boyfriend. Oh
Damn
no.
it.
Yeah, not my man. Not that I have so many of. I have a lot of those right now. I would like to keep them all. We need to go. We need to go figure this out. Sagat's calling. We need to go.
And the only reason why Tempe didn't mention Demetria was because he's under the impression that Lenore is still a little bit afraid of Demetria because of the last, because she's so big, and you know,
Because she's racist. Because
he really yeah, she's super racist, total racist. He really has only seen her be like super close with himself and Robbie, so he doesn't want to push her to the limits. But
oh, it's fine. You know, stepmoms, you have to warm up.
you gotta, yeah, they gotta be warmed up to. You know,
No, Demetria's gonna be evil.
No, oh,
evil stepmom.
Evil stepmom time. Let me.
That means That means Tempe's gonna die.
I know, this is horrible. This is not gonna end well.
Oh my god, I get to be the fun step sister.
At least she'll keep her dressed well.
So
no, she won't.
Will you take on this today? As soon as possible. There's just basically asking you when you will. What are your plans?
When was the council meeting going to be?
It's going to be 2 days from now, so you have plenty of time if you can handle this.
I think we need time to arm up. If you have any supplies you could help us out with, health potions. We have had a run-in with this guy before, and it did not go well for us. So anything you can do to help will help us get back here safely and quickly.
Okay. Yes, she's able to provide
15,000 health potions.
And some
potions of invisibility.
She provides
Finger of Death spell scroll.
One superior potion of healing for each of you.
Oh, for each of us.
Ooh,
I can't wait to
nice.
never use this.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, who the fuck has used a health potion ever? Oh my god.
You should. You should.
Yeah, well, some of us should, yes, but we don't, and that's what happens.
I still
I-
have one from Steph.
She trusts that you all, that you have what you need. I mean, and she, when you mention about being, mention fighting this thing or encountering it, she just puts her hand on Demetria's shoulder. As Demetria kind of towers above her and goes, "You are not who you are now. You are not the person you are today. I think you are prepared. None of us are ever prepared for danger, battle, but you are prepared." So
Demetria will give her a respectful, deep nod. Thank her for the health potion, and let's go shopping.
for shopping, this is
I
probably
don't know what
not-
you guys need to get. I thought you guys
Yeah.
wanted to go shopping.
Yeah.
Well, I want to try to find a cloak of protection.
Give me a D100 roll,
Trying to get low, right?
maybe.
What kind of zeros are you using? What method of D100 rolling?
I'm using the correct method. 43.
Okay. So you spend some time, later on that day looking for this cloak and are not able to track anything down.
Galore.
And you even visit Obaya, who asks you about how things are going and telling you about you like Phil, but she doesn't have that cloak of protection, at least in stock right now. She goes, "I'll work on it." She takes the order form. She's like, "If I can get it, I'll get it to
queen.
you," but that's nothing right now.
See,
Anyway, but this new,
I feel
this new
like
clothing
to be-
Obaya is amazing.
I feel like to be kind to Malcolm, I should remove my cloak of protection and let Ravi use it.
Do that. You like?
Because Kenneth is sitting at a 24 AC, and that's
Finally, someone that Malcolm will dislike more than me.
hey, but Kenneth is always up there in the front and taking damage.
Jumping in front of damage too.
Very true.
The most important thing is your intelligence. You're going after a mine.
Ring of mind shielding.
I don't have any, so all street smarts. That's a good point. Can we go check out? Wait, we have 2 days. Where the fuck is Volo?
You spend that next day looking for Volo. You stop in a couple times. You eventually catch him that next evening.
Oh, that's how to defeat the mind right now.
Yeah, just having drinks at the yawning portal.
Can I also
Friends. It's a long time since I've seen you.
Is he drunk?
Yeah, just not drunk as he was at the party. Just he's had a couple.
Hey, real quick question.
Did you believe my drink is my book? My book. It's selling off it's flying off the bookshelf.
I am so happy for you. If I was to be going to fight a Mind Flayer, what would you recommend I do?
Well, Demetria, you're supposed to read the book. But yeah, I mean, you should be careful. They can eat your brains. They have psionic powers. They can fill your head with all kind of craziness with a blast. They have these little bugs that can crawl into your eye and then turn you into a Mind Flayer.
Awful.
Wait, you all are going to fight a Mind Flayer? What?
I didn't say that. So about eating your brains, I assume that just a normal helmet isn't going to cut it if it wants to get to your brains.
I mean, so no one's even actually I've never seen a Mind Flayer's mouth, but I believe that under all those tentacles on their face, Some say there's a beak there. Some say there's a circle full of razor sharp teeth. Whatever it
Awful.
is, once those tentacles wrap around your skull, they just kind of pop your head off, boop, and he kind of makes a little like kind of and just snap it, and then they start to suck away.
This is fucking awful.
Demetria is going to grab his hand as he makes that gesture. She takes one of his hands and like puts it down on the table. It's always so much fun to talk to you, Volo.
As he slurps down his like frothy beer, he makes the same like kind of sound.
Oh, anyways, fucking patronize our bar, you piece of shit. And she's gonna put down.
I didn't even know. I'm sorry, I didn't know it was open.
You're gonna put down a little business
definitely
card
have
for
to
the House of Spirits.
I'll have to stop by. I'm sorry. All right.
Then she goes, okay, bye. And we'll run out the door. Okay, fuck. Because I don't think I'm playing it where it's like player knowledge, character knowledge. I don't think Demetria would know about things like circlets of protection or like any actual stuff that would help against Mind Flayers.
I'll just tell you this. Remember what I told you earlier on. Now, it doesn't mean, even if it's in the D&D book, maybe my Mind Flayers, if I'm just doing a little bit of metagaming here, maybe my Mind Flayer's different. Oh, because you haven't fought that thing since you were level 1 or 2. But remember,
Yeah, I think
I said from a meta standpoint that you could read Volo's and you could use any of that information.
And then the only one of us who read Volo's book left the campaign.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we should still have it, and also Eldricon was looking up information in the library on how to shield your mind.
Eldricon was, right?
Yeah, and he told Amnon and Ravi about it.
Yeah.
Or he mainly told Amnon about it because you guys were going to be practicing together.
Yeah, I was gonna help him train by trying to like break.
Unfortunately, that ship has sailed. There's no.
That ship has sailed right into a crowd of angry crabs.
Can I still go study though and try to get my intelligence up?
We did have that book where you can, let's see, if you study at the, yes, let's see, what was that? Let me go back to that. That was under the Troll Skull roleplay while I find that.
I thought it took a week of study.
Yeah, we're out of time.
Oh, was it a week?
We
Yeah,
thought
it was only
we
a
could
day
let
for
this sit on the
Machina
back
'cause he's a
burner
robot.
forever.
It was a day for Machina because, yeah, that was like,
He
yeah,
was
'cause it
eating the
bumps-
pages. Yeah, we thought we could let this sit on the back burner. That's on us.
I'll still try to find it to confirm so I don't shortchange it just in case, but I think he is right.
Oh my god.
Let's just go fight it. Let's just go fight it.
All I
Record
can
scratch.
tell you, you can never truly be prepared for the horrors of the elephant.
I mean, in my experience, yeah, we weren't. That's true.
Well, you faced it once and lived.
Yeah, that's a good fucking point. We lived. Come on,
Oh,
positive
I
thought.
think I
I
found
like this new dude a lot.
For you see, my homeland was destroyed by these creatures.
less comforting. Less comforting.
Right.
When you say homeland, do you mean like homeland, or like homestead, maybe? How big is this population we're talking about?
Thousands. The
Even
entire
worse.
kingdom erased
Of-
from the map.
But we lived. But we lived. Taking Demetria on the roller coaster of whether she thinks Kate is healthy or not. I mean, I have, right? We know from that statue situation, I have some magic in my back pocket that might be able to help us against being frightened. Sorry. Long days on the picket line.
So,
Health potions are expensive, right? They're like 50 gold for a regular one.
yes, at least.
Can I have
50
some of
gold.
Rockalesh's money to buy some health potions?
You guys want more health potions?
I'm worried. It's not that I want more health potions. I think I should have more health potions.
How many more? How much do you want?
I don't know, 2. I have 100 gold?
100, yeah.
Can I have 2 health potions, please, Malcolm?
Are
Yes,
we anywhere we can
for
buy
100.
something though?
What is it that you want to buy? Just let me know. It's just like magical items you're gonna have to try to hunt down, and it takes time. So you guys have already used like portion of the day trying to find, but Kenneth handed his cloak of protection for Robbie to use, so that's good there.
I don't know if we actually did that.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe
we
didn't.
talked
Yes,
about it,
but
but then you talked about AC's
about
not a problem.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool. How disrespectful would it be to get it altered?
It would be just as disrespectful
Lavender.
as Demetria changing her armor.
But your person was dead. My person is part of our party now.
You know what's written on my character sheet for that cloak? The Archibald family knight's cloak.
I don't know who that is.
Is it lavender?
Tanith.
Robbie loves lavender.
Tanith Archibald.
Oh, that's his last name. Huh.
Oh,
Yeah, he didn't remember it beforehand.
cute.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. That makes sense why we wouldn't know his last name, because when we met him, he also didn't know his last name.
He barely knew his first name when he met him.
God, that's so funny.
What if I just changed the color?
No.
I guess, what's the color? What color is it?
It's
it
black with gold trim.
That goes with
Oh,
everything.
then I'm fine. I'm good.
That goes with everything.
Maybe I'll just change the trim.
Okay. So then, do they go to this place? They've already used. They've used, maybe half of the. Well, no, because they went to go talk to Volo, so they've used a whole day. They used a whole night.
Yeah, we gotta
so
go.
They can now go. They can go at night. It's like 8 at night right now. They can go tonight, or they can go early morning.
Let's go tonight. I say let's go tonight.
Okay, they're all.
The less time we're away from Lenore, the better.
True.
Yeah, no spending. So, were they able to trick? So now here's the thing: do they want to? Two things. I meant to say this, but I think that. Gosh, why can't? Suddenly, my brain is just. It's Lady Silverhands would have given them her point of entry, which would be like still in the same area, but a point that leads directly into the sewers. And then you all have the only other point that you could approach it from is the really right on the docks at the old the warehouse. So both are near the same area, but they are kind of like different locations by like a few blocks. Where do you want to go?
Does the warehouse? Do we know like the infrastructure of the city? Does the warehouse have an entrance to the sewers?
Not that you know of.
Mm.
You just know that Nilhur was signed off on it. That's where it was going. So it was a point of investigation. But
maybe just hit the sewers.
And she also what I also meant to share. She would have also shared that they believe from her information that this is these sewers lead to Xanathar's lair. They're not completely sure, but they believe it.
What are we thinking?
Probably sewers.
Yeah, direct line.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sewers. Just like old times.
We gotta watch out for that beholder there too.
A few blocks away from where else would be, you find these like not far away from the beach where a bunch of derelict buildings it's not where it leads to is not really a sewer grate like you pull up like Ninja Turtle style, but like a hole in the side of the earth that kind of where like the sewage runoff goes out into the ocean. Just kind of water dripping, almost like a dank cave, a cave that leads directly into the sewers. Taking Lady Silverhand's advice, you travel for a while, maybe 10 or 15 minutes. It's about 9 in the evening now. It's kind of cold and damp here because you remember there is still this like light snowfall in Waterdeep, and so it's not bright and beautiful. I mean, it's not sunny necessarily, so at night it is pretty cold. And eventually you make your way to a dead end, and without having you make checks because of where you were told to go, with some odd checking, something looks off in a particular wall. You notice you're able to push the wall and it turns, and there are spiral staircases going down into the depths. Do you proceed?
Yes.
Okay. As the party begins to descend, they find that this spiral staircase goes down, and as it continues going down, it feels like you're going down at least 100 feet. What you do notice immediately is that the walls of this narrow place are all carved, just carved, with open eyes all on the walls, and each glow have a faint little like magical glow. It's not even enough to even feel like candlelight. It's almost dark enough to just kind of look like eyes are watching you as you kind of go down, but with a little bit of light. If someone's casting any light, then you can just see that they're just carved into the wall. There's a little glimmer that comes out where the pupil would be, and you do feel as though you're being watched as you descend the staircase. And it doesn't really go away when you get to the base of the staircase. And it feels like it goes down for hundreds of feet, maybe a couple hundred feet, before you find yourself on a platform and a door in front of you, heavy wooden door that is open, that leads into another room. As you peek in, this room appears to be maybe 50 feet, like a hall, but maybe 30 feet wide. And same thing, the walls in this place, they're all carved with those little eyes, all different little shapes and sizes. Many of the orbs have stone eyelids. And you start to see even here, those little stone eyelids are opening. Some of them are opening and closing, and they all have the little faint glow. What do you do? But you have just made it to the bottom of the staircase. and you notice differently here, that little pitter patter of water that was coming from like the sewer. It's quiet down here. This and the structure, this doesn't feel like, this feels like an old world structure, a labyrinth, a dungeon. This was used for something, but this isn't a part of the sewer complex. The room, like I said, is like 50, 60 by 30 feet wide. And to your left, you can see two large double doors that are closed. To your left, to your right, you see the wall, and you see that it curves around. There's a corner, there's a door on the corner that goes, that curves around and goes, let's say you're facing, let's imagine we are facing west, then you got south and you got east, and the east door is a small door going that way, and then there's another door going south. And then all these little eyes around you blinking, and strangely, like whether they're decorative or just very strange. What's the highest passive perception?
Robbie.
17. Oh no, sorry, I lied. My passive perception is 21.
Okay. So Ravi, you immediately notice also that you notice on the ceiling there is a ghostly eye stalk. This is different from the carvings in the wall. but it looks like an eye stalk protruding out of the ceiling, and it seems to be like moving. It moves and looks one way, stops, and then moves and then looks to the south, and then moves and looks, almost observing
security system. Well, I assume there goes our element of surprise.
But it doesn't see you right now. It's like I said, you can kind of time it, or you can try to. Yeah, it seems to be like, it'll move and look at this space for maybe 10 seconds, and then it'll move and look.
It has a clear cone of light that if we touch, the alarm goes off.
That's nice.
Be a
Like
little
Sly
exclamation
Cooper,
point.
Sly Cooper. The little eye symbol slowly fills up over our heads. Which way? The eye is directly in front of us, or which way is the eye?
The eye is it's so when you open the door that you're looking into the room, it's right above you. The ceiling is maybe 30 feet high, and at this moment it's looking to the opposite wall from the south. It's looking to the east wall, where the regular, like the one door is, and then there's a double doors to the south. It's looking away from the double doors at the moment. And you've walked into the room, or you're not in the room, but you're peeking in. And so the way it turns, though, it's been turning away from your door, so it's not looking strangely.
Okay, so depending on which door we want to go, do we want to wait for it to look the other direction?
We want to wait for it to look the other direction.
Okay. Which door do we want to try for first? I'm thinking small one.
Okay.
Do we want?
The rest of the party, anybody else? So is that it? Smaller door?
Well, because here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that Ravi is the one that can pick locks. So just in case the door is locked, do we want Ravi to run through, see if he can unlock it? Because that runs the risk of the time. If we're not directly behind Ravi, we can't slip in the door behind him. But that might.
If I can get the door open, then you can just wait until the next time.
Yeah.
So to help you, I could give you some visual. So down here is a door, and then actually it would be the opposite way, because you would see a door over here, and then down here would be that. That's gonna be pull the camera back a little. You'd have a door down here and a door over here.
Okay.
I think small door.
There? Okay.
Small door. I'll go at once.
May I roll to see if I see any
idea.
ears?
Ears.
Because if there's eyes watching, there might be ears listening.
Yes, you may.
22.
There are absolutely no ears on any of the walls with your investigation check as you look. But what you do notice, while you don't find an ear, Kenneth, just staring at the wall, since you're staring at the walls opposite on this side, which would be a wall here, you find that there's an eye across the way from you that you're looking at, Kenneth, and that one doesn't have a little light, and instead where the pupil is, it looks like a button that could be pushed in.
Well, there's an eye with a button. Don't know if any of y'all would be fond of touching it.
It could be here's what, because you're just looking at it, because you didn't imagine you're not walking in the room while that thing's moving, so you assume it could be a trap, it could be a secret door, without further investigation. I think further investigation would be easy enough, might not be a large check, but would still require some stealth if you have to run over there and push it, unless you're just gonna choose one of the two doors, because there is a chance that the eye stalk catches you. But if you time it, could be an easy check. It just means if you're trying to examine it, that takes a little bit more time, figure it out, which could get you.
Is Ravi stealthy enough to get over to the other one, to that button?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
I know Kaneth is stealthy enough.
Oh, okay.
In all that armor?
It's half plate
Okay.
with the medium armor master feat. So there's no stealth disadvantage.
Okay.
Plus it's covered in cloth, so it's not as clinky as armor is. Normally.
Malcolm is starting to have nom flashbacks to Kaneth.
I know.
It's a dirty 20 for stealth.
Okay. So Kaneth moves over to the wall.
Examine the button, not pushing it quite yet.
So then give me another investigation.
16.
Okay. Kenneth, what you realize is that looking at there's an outline around all the different little eyes, very thin crease that it's not like a major, it's not like a door, but it's clearly a door, but like in an odd shape, right? So that it can kind of match all the eyes, the silhouette of it. And you have a feeling that if you push it, that opens. You do need to make a decision whether you're going to do that or double back before the eye kind of turns and looks in your direction. And then you can decide if the party's going to go after. But now you know it's a secret door.
I think the split second decision would be open that door.
So you would open it?
Yep.
Okay. So when you open it, you're forced to like push it. It kind of like pushes in and slides over. And then the little eye stalk begins to move towards Kaneth, and he steps inside on the other side of it. You all see him kind of like disappear as that like spectral eye looks where he was, doesn't see anything, and then continues to move back. On the other side of that, Kaneth, you find yourself standing in a hall that is heading north down about 30 feet and then literally curving south or curving off to the left. It's about 20 foot wide, and you don't know where it goes from here. It's very dark, and that's all you see, and you're able to look back and still see your friends across the hall because the door is still open. They can barely see you inside of there. And I know many of you have dark vision, but are there any light sources that you all are using right now?
I mean, I could always pull out the Mace of Disruption, but do we want a light source?
That's what I'm just making sure I know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm using my devil sight at the moment.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea. I'm leading Tempe.
Cool.
So does
we've got there's a way.
No dark vision, or does he just see dark hole?
You see dark hole. Yeah, then you just see a long hallway. You know it goes somewhere. And then you all have the door. This is the door to, the smaller door or the double-sided doors. You're not hearing any noises, no chatter coming from, right? So at this point, it's quiet enough to not really know where any three of these lead.
Kenneth will call back. Well, it appears there's a third option.
I mean, if they didn't want us to know it was there, it sounds like a good idea.
And I'll say, Kane, for the sake of the thing moving, you've kind of timed it where I'm not gonna ask you for another stealth. If you double back, you'll make it back. Or if the party decides to go with you, then they'll have to make steps to kind of cross over to your side. But what do y'all want to do?
Just go this way.
We should just go. Yeah.
All right, let's go.
I'll go last because I have the worst stealth.
Okay. And I will say, okay, so then go ahead and everyone give me a stealth check with Dimitri going last.
Ravi, cast guidance.
I'll give you advantage stealth check since you all know the timing at this point, so you have it at an advantage.
So does that mean I make a regular stealth check because I got a disadvantage of stealth?
So a regular stealth check, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Guidance is a good idea. Dimitra, be stealthy.
Does that add a D4?
Sorry?
What does guidance add a D4?
Yeah, D4, yeah.
Okay. So let's D20 it. Flat roll. Not
15.
awful. 4 on the D4, and I have a good bonus. Ah, look at that. 24.
Nice. I rolled shitty.
Nice.
So 16.
Guide yourself.
Oh, you rolled better than me though. Shit.
Well, my
What'd you get, Sean?
stealth is plus 11. Throw the 5.
Oh shit.
I got an 18.
Hey, look at us.
So 15, 16, 18. Oh boy.
And a 24.
And a 24. All right, that's not bad.
And I'm last, so I push you all ahead of me very stealthily. Yeah, it sucks because my criminal background, I think, gets me proficiency in stealth. Or I don't know why I picked it otherwise, but I have a +6, but I'm at disadvantage.
Okay. So what'd you get, Demetria?
24.
24. Okay. I didn't hear anybody fail. So you all cross over, find yourself in this dark hall, and it goes down another 20 feet before curving around. And as you, who's leading the group? Like, what's your marching orders? How are you guys kind of lined up?
I'll go first.
Yeah, I was gonna say Kenneth would go first, but he's got dumb human eyes that can't see in the dark. So
Yeah, I'll take up the rear. So we have a shield in the front and a shield in the back.
And then I'm gonna want to lay back as well.
So it sounds like it's Ravi, Kenneth, probably like Tempe, Amnon,
Yeah.
Demetria.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
I was gonna shift, but new party member.
no, I'm not in the very front.
Still,
Where you at?
We don't know you that well yet.
Mhm.
I mean, we know that you've met all these super cool, awesome, wonderful people.
This is very abstract spaces that I'm putting together here, so don't think that this is exactly
Very
how
avant-garde, very modern,
wow, the space is so
minimalist.
Well,
So,
welcome to
I love the
Real Fake
open
Doors.
concept.
As you look down this hall, based on where you are at, maybe 30 feet ahead of you, you can tell that there is a door on the right. And on the left, which I don't have, there is coming up ahead, there's you can tell there's like an alcove. It's not really an alcove, but like it does have a door, but there's a hall going that way. And from that area, you can hear give me 1 second here. From that area, you can kind of hear a kind of humming that kind of sounds like it could be chanting coming from that direction.
Hmm.
And there seems to be like a green glow coming from that hall as well.
That's not a good color to glow.
Hmm. Should I take a peek?
Ravi's leading. Do you want to take a peek?
I'll take a peek.
As you look down the hall, so far as you don't see, this hall doesn't have the strange eyes carving, and then you don't see the surveillance eye stalk. Can I have a stealth check as you move over to take a look?
Oh my God, 15.
Okay, still might be good enough.
I got 10.
Oh, is it? I thought it was just. Is it just Ravi, or is you going as well?
Sorry. No, it's just Ravi. Sorry.
Okay. So Ravi, as you peer down, and from the glow, maybe 30, maybe only 15 feet away from you, in this little room that's probably like 40 by 40 feet and has a domed overhead. It's glowing inside there, so it's pretty obvious what you see. There's like a glyph carved in the floor that's emanating, and there are 5 bald dwarves all wearing like purple robes, but their hoods are back, and they all have all of them have an eye tattoo on their head, and they are they're kind of like chanting and mumbling to themselves. Their eyes are closed, and high above them on the ceiling, 30 feet above, is a really large, like a domed bronzed like church bell that's protruding from the ceiling directly above the circle.
Anyone got a spell to knock that bell down on him?
I don't know, but meta above table question. Because when we met our friend Nilhorn and he so rudely stole one of Jameson's people from us, he used like a green transpo sigil. Was that on a pillar or was that on the floor?
It was on a pillar.
Okay, so this isn't it. Okay, so this is different. Knock that bell down. Let me see.
I mean, if that bell falls, probably gonna make a loud noise. If it falls, so yes, but it is possible. I don't. Are you calling everyone over to take a peek at this as well, Ravi? Or are you just kind of like calling?
I'm probably like signing like what I see.
Okay.
You're like 5 bald.
Yeah, and then there's 2 doors across from you all.
Hoods.
As well. And then
Bell.
the hall goes
Up.
further down from this point that you guys don't see what else is down the hall. It's a bit dark down there. So you can also just continue on. You could leave them be, but can I get an insight from you, Ravi?
Yes.
I feel like we should leave them be. Let the freaks be freaks. We have bigger fish.
24.
Okay, that's high enough. So Ravi, I think what you're starting to realize when you look at the cord attached to the bell where it's hanging, you see them. They're like surveillance guards. You have a feeling that they are able to. You think they might be seeing through those eye stalks that are placed throughout. Basically, this is the computer room where the guy's looking through the, kind of mob. This is that.
I see. So
and the bell looks like it might be the alarm trigger.
Oh, I should have taken silence. Well, just.
I know a quick solution to get the bell to not work without making noise. Cut the rope because they're dwarves. They can't reach that high.
But they might be able to make it ring in other means.
Yeah, cast
Not
something
if we're
with
too busy
force.
killing them.
Is that what we're gonna be doing?
If you guys want to stealth in there and kill them, that's one option as
now
well.
we need to save our hit points for Nilhorn. Our bodies are consecrated for Nilhorn. We need to.
One thing this group is not used to is dungeons. So I realize you guys are terrified of losing.
We're like, the art is
not
dangerous.
being able to rest.
The hallways are dangerous.
I mean, or dragons, right? So what are we fucking doing here?
There could be a dragon here. What? The one thing we've got on lock is fiends. One thing we've got on lock is like demons. If only there were demons here. Now come look at the camera.
Eventually in this though.
Now come look at the camera.
In this camera. Yes.
I think we should move on.
All right. I'll assume too, because of the way they're focused, and it seems like it could be an easy stealth to move past them. Are you interested in either doors on the other side of the room, or is this like, okay, let's just move on?
Are we moving on, or?
It feels like a missed opportunity to not at least look inside, but
we don't get in trouble. We look inside them.
Yeah, can I creep up to one of the doors and like try and listen at like the keyhole or something?
Yeah, I'll do the other one.
Demetra listening at hers, she Demetria hears. Have a perception check, Demetria, to hear exactly what you hear.
Perception. I hear 3.
It is quiet. You're not hearing much. You do hear a faint, like a human snore, one human snore. So there's at least someone in there, right? But that's all you know. It's not like a dragon snoring. This sounds like a human being with a very mild snore.
All right, I shake my head.
Okay. At the other door, can I have a perception check for Rob?
Nat 20. Oh. Oh, never mind. Wait, no, yeah, with perception, that's a 31.
He hears the precise layout of that room. He echolocates that room.
Dead quiet in this room. So quiet that Ravi would probably assume no one is actively moving around inside of it.
I'll try to open it.
Okay. It is locked. And you get the feeling, I'll give this because you got a nat 20. You get the feeling that these are personal quarters of some type. Like the other door seems like it could be maybe go to a barracks, and maybe this is another room of sorts for someone. Yeah, it's locked. So do you want to pick it, or
can I cast Detect Magic?
Yes. As you cast Detect Magic, what's the range on Detect Magic?
30 feet.
Okay. So you're also detecting the magic from the dwarves who are over there chanting across the hall. But in this room, you are detecting no magic. But then you do end up hearing something. A little like something skittering across the floor inside the
room. Maybe we leave that alone.
The way you move towards the camera, Malcolm, was the scariest thing you've ever done.
It's a little something skittering around in there. Something.
We don't like skittering. We don't like skittering.
We don't like skittering.
I just have a vision of you guys moving through the entire dungeon and be like, listen to all the doors and then just leaving. Just like, nope.
Here's the thing: if it was a
children in a
place...
rock are behind that door. Children in a rock are being tortured behind that door.
Because I'm thinking, if this was somewhere else, maybe like I'd be like, we can go in there, kill whatever this thing is. But literally, the security team is just down the hall.
That's what I said.
Literally.
Deal with the security term. Ohan's got a breath weapon.
I do.
That is
But
prime
we have
breath
a
weapon.
boss fight waiting for us. We need to save our things.
What if there's stuff in here?
We can get stuff somewhere else. I'll take you to the toy store later. We don't need
like
stuff.
We have stuff at home.
We have stuff at home. We have stuff at home that we are paying for ourselves. We have a subscription thing going on.
See, that's where y'all made the mistake. I'm a champion fighter. I got 0 resources to expend.
See, he has 0 resources. We have to go.
Lose. I got gumption.
Gumption. Let's go.
So where are we going?
If you head
Some other
further down the hall,
away from the skittering,
you find now that there is another door on this side.
doors in this place.
It's a lot of doors in this place. Yeah. And a door on this side. Yes, and then a dead end. What you do notice here, just 2 doors and no sound.
No security. No security.
No security. No. Magic. And you're getting a feeling that maybe there's no security on this side since you kind of doubled around and came in and found this little secret spot. Maybe that's why there hasn't been any security so far.
Maybe they're all waiting for us.
And there's no magic coming from the doors?
With your magic, you are detecting magic from inside this room, wherever this door goes.
And I know you hate this question, but what kind of magic?
It is
Fuck you kind of magic. That's what kind of magic.
The magical kind.
It is conjuration magic.
Conjuration magic.
It is eldritch horrors beyond comprehension.
They be conjuring something. They be a conjuring something.
I do love a conjuration.
Do we?
But can I listen just to see if, like, more closely to the door? That's
They're conjuring the Mormon choir.
It's very quiet.
I'm very curious. I want to know what's in there. What are they doing? What are they bringing into this space?
Things that want to kill us. Things that want to kill us. Open the door.
You haven't touched the doors. Yeah, I don't know if you've.
I want to say something, but I don't want to give Malcolm ideas.
Put it in the chat.
Put it in the chat. He never looks in the chat.
Yeah. Malcolm,
the chat is our way of whispering around a table.
Malcolm pulling up the chat right now.
He opens it up and it's just.
He's got the third monitor that comes up behind the other two. He's got.
It
I don't read the
drops
chat.
down
Don't
like
die.
the wheel in Wally.
I was just gonna say, just one of these keyholes in the doorknob that we're listening to is gonna have a little illithid tadpole in it. It's gonna jump in here.
Stop.
Or no, because what was that? There was a book where it was like for 3rd edition D&D with some really awful traps in it, and one of them was a spyglass where when you looked in it, there was a blurry portrait of an like attractive woman, but the act of twisting it to try and focus it shoots a spike into your eye.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
Malcolm, never look up that book. Never look up that book.
Stop it.
So they were fighting in our last game. That's actually great. And this isn't even really that's a pretty cool trap. But you made me think of when they were about to beat him. He does his one of his final moves on one of the characters, and the character chooses to fail. He wasn't going to pass anyway because it was like a charisma 26 save or Constitution 26 save. But Elliot boiled his eyes. They just popped out of his skull and ran down, and so he's permanently blind. Permanently blinded. So yeah, that was really awful for eye damage. But now I like the idea of
you don't.
Mind Flayer putting the little Iliathid thing in there, and I can't do it on you all because you would see it coming a mile away.
I'm suing both of you.
Perfect. You turn it and it climbs into your eye like the thing from Neo in the Matrix, and it just screws.
It's funny that you mentioned that. That is exactly what's in that keyhole.
See, this is why you don't want me as a DM doing a horror campaign.
Oh yeah.
No, we do not. No, we do not.
But I mean, if I'm signing up for a horror campaign, that's exactly what I want.
Yeah. It's like Alien. Yeah, everybody signs up for that. Everybody signs up for it.
Oh no, it's a normal campaign. It just has. See, I really like Eldritch Abominations and all that Cthulhu-esque mythos.
Yeah. Well, welcome to this episode then. I mean, if you guys we'll see how far you guys get.
I'm sorry, I gotta go. I have an early shift on the picket line tomorrow.
Because that's basically I think Mind Flayers are that to some degree, but there's a lot more mystery behind them than what I think Volo believes.
Oh, perfect. I do have a small mirror. Is there enough of a gap underneath the door that I can you want
to put a mirror under there? Yeah. Like maybe
like you're talking to someone in prison.
Just give me a performance check to do this. Or slide a hand.
Okay, thank God.
Slide a hand.
10.
Okay, so you slide the mirror under the door, and what you see, there's a little lamp so there's a little bit of light in the room, so reflecting to allow you to see what's in there. And at first you're a bit scared. You're like, oh shit, there's someone in there. And you see a really big, large figure, and it's a minotaur in the mirror. And then you realize that minotaur is stuffed. It's just standing in the corner, stuffed. And next to it on a table, there looks like a miniature set. From now, you're too low with the camp to see what's on the table because it's too low of an angle. But it looks like a room that is kind of decorated. It's magically lit. Like the you can tell that the lantern is like has a magical light. The table's 10 foot by 5 foot, and it's actually in the middle of the room. 10 foot by 5 foot and 3 foot high off the ground. It's a rectangular slab of stone with a hand carved. There's some miniature stuff on top of the table, and that's what's hard to see. And then you see another door at the back of the room, and that's it. The room is maybe 20 by 15 feet, so it's not super big. It looks like it could be like a personal quarters, and then there's a stuffed minotaur in the room, and like looks like it could be almost like what we would call a gaming table in the middle of the room.
I'm so scared that this table's gonna be us.
Little miniatures of us. No, it's not even us. It's a little one where it's a curly-haired girl with glasses, and then there's a guy with a beard and tattoos, and then there's
getting terrifying. What the fuck is
going
on?
Eldritch horrors beyond our comprehension.
I want to go in here.
You want to go in there? Go on, champ. Unlock the door. Let's see what's in here.
Okay, I'll unlock.
Let's see what horrors Malcolm.
Is the door even locked in the first place, though?
Wait.
Door is
Conjuration.
not locked.
Is there a chance? What is conjuration again? Is conjuration a thing?
Conjuration moves something from one location to another.
Okay, so it's not like that Minotaur is about to come to life like that suit of armor and wreck our ship.
No, that would likely be like enchantment.
Okay, cool.
Or necromancy.
Yeah.
Or necromancy. Ooh, there's a terrifying
interesting.
plot.
Yeah, interesting.
So you're inside the room, table there. I don't have a miniatures on it. Minotaurs in the corner. Little lights on the table, lighting. And as you creep in and walk in, that 5 by 4 table, you see as a maze, a little miniature crafted maze.
No. Don't nobody look at that maze. Nobody look at that maze.
What's that?
No, stop it, Demetrius. Stop. Don't look at that maze.
Ravi, do you know what this maze is?
Don't. There's conjuration.
Can everyone in the room give me a wisdom save?
Hey, 21. I'm not
Nice.
getting transported in no maze, Malcolm.
I got
19.
Okay.
Oh, and if
20.
everyone's near me, you get a +2.
Oh, that's
so
one.
They're all next to each other, so you get a +2.
23.
Okay.
Oh,
With a
14.
+2, 22.
Oh, then I would have
19.
made my stealth save earlier, like a 17.
Okay. So
I kind
Robbie's
of wanted
like,
to go in the maze. Can I fail on purpose?
so everybody's like, no, don't look at that maze. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. You all are like,
Well, now I want to look at it harder.
You can choose to look at it. And then, like, of course, like, so there's the door. There's another door, like, here at the back of the room. You guys are standing around the table, but not looking at the maze. And then there's the Minotaur. There's the stuffed Minotaur that's, like, looming over the room. Do you guys leave this room? Do you stay in? Do you, explore?
I would like to go look at that other door.
Okay. Opening the door.
So, magic, listening, and then I guess I'll try.
You doing another detect magic?
Has it been 10 minutes since I cast the first one?
It has not. I don't think so. Well, yes. Well, you cast it when before you guys have walked. Yes, I think it's probably been about 10 minutes. Here's what I'll give. I'll leave it up to the dice. Give me a D4. 1 and 2. You're right before. 3 and 4. You're right before, and it's still under.
4.
Okay, so you still got it up.
Lex, how mad would you be if I looked at that maze?
So it's just about to be 10 minutes.
Me personally, I love chaos.
I'm struggling. The devil is whispering in my ear. I will not know. I won't give in. I don't look.
This is what Demetrius is saying, like, while we're in the room.
Demetria, the camera cuts to her,
out loud,
and she has like that.
out loud, yeah.
She has like that. It's like that Homer Simpson thing where it zooms in on his face, and you hear her thoughts just echoing slightly. Just, why can't I look at it? What's he trying to keep from me? What if it's cool?
You don't.
After all, why shouldn't I?
You don't detect any magic on the door or inside the room.
Okay, then I will just try to unlock it.
It opens.
Okay, cool.
The minute they open the door, you suddenly detect necromancy as the stuffed minotaur springs to life.
God damn it, Jameson.
And attacks. Roll initiative.
Can I push him into the maze? Can I push him into the maze?
Make him look at the maze. Yeah. Roll a wisdom save for him looking at the maze, Malcolm.
Yeah, Malcolm, make him roll a wisdom save.
He's not gonna need that, and he's a minotaur. But
oh, he loves mazes. He's a minotaur. He loves mazes. What are we talking about?
He pushes us into the maze.
Yeah. How late were we gonna go tonight, Malcolm?
I think this is the last scene of the game, fighting this little minotaur. So maybe 10:30.
Okay.
All right.
Is that fine?
Yeah, that's fine.
I shouldn't, but I will.
Okay.
Tomorrow. That's tomorrow me's problem.
Tomorrow's a bit.
Tomorrow me is gonna get my.
If you guys want me to close it now, I'll close it. But
I sure don't. That's some other me.
I'm not gonna do anything. Probably anything beyond this. Kill this minotaur. This literally kill.
Let's kill. I want to kill this minotaur. Let's kill this minotaur.
I just want to know. Did you already plan on using that necromancy?
Yeah. Why? Did I like? Was it why? Yeah.
Jameson had joked, and me and
I never heard it.
Oh, that's
I never heard it. I was sorry.
I'm gonna go back and watch. I'm gonna wait for Jameson to bring that up. I'm gonna be
watch your
watching
face.
Malcolm's face.
I have a crazy ability of making jokes and then shit happens.
Yeah. Well, because part of this is based on the dungeon, and that minotaur is always a skeletal minotaur. That is, and it always triggers when that door is open.
Oh, that's so funny.
Based on what dungeon? I have no idea.
Based on what?
That's what I was asking.
You said it was based on a dungeon, or?
Oh, based on dungeon.
Yeah, because we're doing remember, we're doing a module for all the shit we keep making Malcolm freehand. We're in a module.
You guys are sometimes in a module and sometimes you're free. Like, this is the point where you've gone back to kind of like Xanathar's Lair, which means I have some support for Xanathar's Lair. This is a real room. Because right now you guys are literally going room to room in Xanathar's Lair, and at this point,
we're skipping room by room through Xanathar's.
It's so funny.
I just like how it's a taxidermied minotaur instead of a skeletal. That's a nice personal touch.
That is very fun.
It's like stuffed with sawdust.
And
those little styrofoam beads.
And I do want to and so this time I do want a disadvantaged wisdom save from all of you, as this has nothing to do with looking at the maze as the minotaur attacks.
Wait, I'm gonna fight.
It's a disadvantage.
Yeah.
God damn it. Super disadvantage. I got an at 20. And then I got 4, so 8.
I got an 8.
8. Me too.
Oh, buddies.
Who else got 8s?
Do we still get a +2 because of Demetria?
Yeah.
Oh, so 10.
I got a
10. I got a 10.
Oh yeah, 10.
Hey.
Well,
so
okay. Just like Lenore all over again. It's just like Lenore all over again. It's Lex and Sean having a good time with their 10s, and I'm left here with the 8. It's fine. It's not like all 3 of us are on the Battle Family poster.
All right.
Be more motherly or sisterly, damn.
10's a fail. 10's a fail.
Or fatherly.
Wisdom saves, everybody.
17.
What was the DC?
17. Okay, that's a fail.
8.
So we all failed the wisdom save, right?
All right. Roll initiative. What we got?
19.
7.
13.
I thought we already rolled initiative, but okay.
Did we? Yeah, I thought you did, but I didn't get them. So Tempe, what'd you get?
13.
Okay. Amnon?
6.
6. Mitri?
16.
16. Rakalish? Rakalish, I'm sorry, but Kenneth?
7.
7. All right. Okay, so suddenly you all like the lights in the room get really bright, and then you're smashed into darkness, and then you smell this kind of like dark, dank halls as you all wake up and find yourself. This is going to be very loose in terms of how we play this. I usually play this as like an abstract space. You are all separated. You are all somewhere in the maze on the table, and you're trying to navigate through it. You can tell me how you're navigating. I assume you would give me an investigation or a survival check, but you can tell me. So Ravi, what are you doing? You want to do survival?
I'm also yelling at the sky, Demetra, you looked at the maze.
And when you look up, you can see like the top of the room, like where there's. What'd you get, Ravi?
Oh, am I sorry? I didn't realize I was supposed to be rolling. 29.
29. Which one? Actually, roll a d4 for me with that success.
3.
3?
Yes.
So you meet up with Kenneth in the dungeon. Like you guys come around a corner, his blade is to your neck, you're like, whoa, 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 you know, as you guys meet each other. So now you're trying to navigate together, but you have kind of met up. And anything else you want to do on your turn as you're trying to navigate this maze?
My first goal is just to try to find as many people as possible.
Okay.
In that case, Kenneth, I'm going to do something. Don't be weird about it. And then I'm going to shift.
Oh, today is certainly full of new experiences.
He starts to transform. Suddenly, out of nowhere, there's all this like moss covered on the walls. One of the openings, you turn, the Minotaur is there, like growling in the midst. It makes an attack with its giant...
I can't be surprised. Can I? Oh, but would it still be part of that same turn?
It would be. It's like if it's on your turn, it's like a legendary action. It's just attacking. It doesn't. It's not going to hit you. Hit a 12. I don't think a 12 hits you. Does it?
No, a 12 doesn't hit me.
And then the Minotaur, as quickly as it was there, moves and disappears and is gone.
Spooky.
We're now on.
Do I get an opportunity attack?
You do not.
Alrighty.
Demetra, you're up. Are you using? How are you navigating to try to? You kind of hear off in the distance. You know, maybe a call. Yeah. I want you to tell me how you're trying to Are you calling out to your friends? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, Demetra would be like, Temp, Ravi.
Can I have You can give me survival, perception, or investigation.
They all suck. I'll do perception. Because that sucks. Natural 20, which becomes a 19 because I have a -1. 19.
Okay.
For perception.
Demetra, can you roll a d4?
A d4. Yeah. 4.
Okay. You guys are doing this easy. So you two find your way to this group where you're like traveling and navigating these halls. You've now met up, and there's now only 2 of you that are separated from each other.
Demetra's like, I didn't look, I swear.
Demetra, you feel the swing on your back of the Minotaur as it makes a strike. Not going to hit you before it disappears. Moving to Tempe. Tempe, how are you navigating the maze?
Not very good. Is it dark?
It's dark. So yeah.
I can't see shit. So I guess I'm fucked up here. Like, Demetra
no dark vision.
Fucking looked at the maze, right? Like,
give me disadvantage survival. I think you guys are blaming on Demetra. I don't think it was any.
We're all blaming Demetra because we really think it's her fault. I'm rolling survival.
Yep. A disadvantage.
Survival of our marriage.
disadvantage?
Survival of
What
our
the
marriage.
All right. 12.
12. Okay. So you're lost, Tippy. You have not found your friends on this turn.
Damn it. Do I hear? I don't hear nothing.
And then you hear in the darkness, you can hear this thing marching towards you.
I'm gonna go towards whatever's marching, just so you know. So
it hits for a 17. Does that hit you?
I think so.
Charging.
No, it doesn't.
All right, 17 does not.
But I freak out and I'm in the dark.
All right, the Minotaur does not leave. It stays there, swinging.
Of course it does.
At you.
You're just so tasty. You're just so tasty.
Yeah. Amnon.
It sees that
It's
red.
the red,
leather.
yeah. It's all the red.
Oh, it's the
No,
red.
sorry, not Amnon.
Red. Yeah.
Actually, Timpy. Yes, that's a swing, and now it's actually.
No, I'm red.
Now she's actually the Minotaur's turn.
Oh, fuck this guy.
That's 25 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
So that's gonna do. It's rushing at you. Jeez. So with its. Come on. Oh, it's just D&D Beyond being.
D&D Beyond's
Actually,
like,
can
come
I
on,
use?
Malcolm.
Can I use? You know what? I'm gonna use defense. Oh, that shit won't work anyway. You said it was a 25
to hit. Yes.
Oh yeah, no, that I would only have a 24 if I use defensive duelist.
15 points of slashing damage.
Fuck that guy. Yeah, all right.
All right. It's now Kenneth's turn. Then Amnon. Kenneth got a 7, right?
Yep.
Okay. Then Kenneth, give me a survival, intelligence, whatever. Tell me what your investigation. So, actually, So here's what you can do. You found your group. You can try to get to, to your boy being attacked, or you can try to find Amnon. You can kind of tell me you can kind of hear the clashing and the fighting in one direction. And you can hear that. Well, Tippy doesn't make any stuff, so you don't know who it is. So yeah, are you trying to go in that direction, or just tell me what you're trying to do?
No, you're just gonna yell out to follow his voice.
Okay. Can I have a perception check from Amnon?
And then also hold action in case that Minotaur pops up again.
This is a DC
8.
You got a what?
8.
8. I was looking for. Okay. Do you have like a spell save or I was going for 12. 8 is not going to do it. So, but I can't think of anything that would make him hear. So he's calling out, but Amnon, you don't hear him. So, but you all are kind of holding your ground there. You can hold an action or something like that if you want, Kenneth. But it sounds like you're not moving. You guys are just kind of hunkering down there. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay, Amnon, you want to try to give me? You can do survival if you want. If you think whatever you think is better, survival or investigate.
Oh, okay. I'll do investigation then. And let's switch my die. I got a 9.
9.
Yeah.
Okay, Amnon still kind of lost there in the dark. The Minotaur will make another attack for a nat 20.
I have devil sight. Does that help?
Your devil sight would help. Give me advantage. Give me another roll.
All right. Oh, I hate this guy.
It's not that you can't see; it's just that you're navigating a maze.
Yeah, I got 10.
So he hits Timpy again. There was one. He misses one. So for 8 points of slashing, as you hear Timpy yelp out, take another point of damage.
What did he roll to hit?
He rolled a nat 20 for 27. And that actually would have been. Sorry, you got to roll that damage again. So I said it was 8.
Actually, fun fact about Minotaurs, their natural 20s don't do double damage.
Really?
Yes, that's exactly right.
That's 14 more points of
Damn it.
So
you're
Tippy's
flashing
getting
back.
worked here in the hall now, but we're back at the top.
Fighting in the dark and shit. Come on, you guys.
See, you're looking at the Minotaur stat block. You should be looking at the Plushy Tar stat block.
Robbie, you want to try to find him with the survival check? Or
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get to Tempe because he's the fighting.
And I'll give you advantage because you can hear his you can hear the clashing,
it's
right?
I get advantage because of shifting.
Okay.
So 28.
Okay. So roll a d4. Anything but a 1, you're going to find him. 1.
2.
Okay. You would have found Amnon. So you come around the corner now, and your whole group comes with you. But it's your turn, so you can attack this Minotaur if you'd like.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna. Fuck, I've already moved. It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna hit. I'm gonna hit it with a guiding bolt.
Okay.
Fuck, no, I'm not. 12.
All right, that means the rest of the group. Amnon's almost there. Ravi misses. If you're not doing anything else, Demetria, you can jump in because you are here on the scene.
Demetria unsheathes or pulls out the disruptor mace. So Tempe goes from fighting in the dark to suddenly illuminated Demetria lifting up the disruptor mace to attack this guy twice. First hit is going to be a... Well, that's not the right tab. What is that? A +8? 21.
Gonna hit.
Gonna hit. Is he a fiend or undead?
He is undead.
Oh, he is undead. Holy shit, that means I get the extra dice.
He is undead. Yep, it's a taxidermied minotaur.
See, now I'm
so that
imagining
his skeleton is inside him. So it could be a construct, but it is undead because as you tear through it, it's his body, it's his actual body that's moving. So yeah.
It says 10 points of bludgeoning for the first attack.
Okay.
Is he below 24?
He's not, but he'll take that
Or
10.
25. Second attack is going to be an 18.
That's gonna hit.
Undead. 7, 8. It's for 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Again, hits him again. Staggers back. Still strong. Still
strong.
alive. Yeah, not like boss strong, but he's not bloody yet. You're tearing out tufts are coming out of him.
Sawdust flying everywhere.
Sawdust.
What is his size?
He's a large creature.
Okay, and I'm not. I'm a medium.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can't push him. Boo.
Yeah, he's big.
In the interest of knowing that Nilhorn is down the road, I am not going to drop a Divine Smite. That will be my turn.
Tippy, you're up.
I mean, I guess I could just make an attack at disadvantage. Is that correct?
Nope, it's at regular because you can see now.
Because you can see now.
Oh,
her
shit,
thing
that's
is
your
lighting
mace.
up the room.
Magical light.
Eat shit, you fucking stupid minotaur. Hold on.
Now you're happy to see me. Now you're
Yes.
glad to be here.
20. I got a dirty 20.
That hits. At this point, the way he's moving, he moved very quick, hard swings, but very slow to draw back. So he's open a lot. 14 is his AC.
All right, so that is 5 damage.
Okay.
I'd like to hit his ass one more time, please. Oh boy, hold on. 21.
All right. It's going to hit.
Oh, 7 damage.
Take it. Still alive, but still, as you tear another piece, more sand falling out of him.
I hate this guy.
Anything else you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna use distracting strike so the next person gets advantage on him.
Okay. He hasn't been attacking reckless, but now that he's surrounded, starts like swinging wildly, which also means you get advantage on all your attacks because he's attacking recklessly, and he will attack Tempe again since he's got the lowest.
Motherfucker.
Battle 18 to hit.
Oh yeah, he hits me. Well, yeah.
No, 17, 20, dirty 20. Is
Okay, yeah,
what it
he
is.
hits for sure.
Not gonna use your reaction at defensive duelist that?
Yes. I'm gonna use because if he rolls a 20, then I'm gonna use defensive duelist and bump my AC to 24, so he doesn't.
Does it take? Okay, and you can do that. How often can you do it?
I can do that. I just keep doing that every time he hits.
Okay.
Or I use his reaction, but it lasts.
It uses your
his next turn.
Got it. All right. Then the Minotaur does not hit. This puts us at, if I'm not mistaken, Kenneth.
Thanks, Jameson.
Yep. Kenneth is also gonna swing at this Minotaur.
Amnon, roll your survival to see if you get there.
Oh, come on.
You're about to be right after Kenneth.
22.
All right. So you've been following the battle. You just run like, wait up. Wait for me.
And then suddenly the light illuminates and you can see the light coming out of the proper channel.
Yeah. Where's my attack?
How much damage?
I mean, I rolled a 19 plus 9 to hit.
Hits.
So being a champion fighter, that's a crit.
Okay.
Ooh.
For a whopping 12 slashing.
All right, I'll take all of it. He's looking. Anything else?
Second attack.
Okay.
7 plus 9.
Sounds like you're gonna hit.
16.
Gonna hit. It's a new guy swinging away with his sword.
For another 12 magical slashing.
All right. Does that do it?
Yep.
All right. So the thing looks, it's kind of like falling apart here. It's being attacked from so many different ways. It's exposing. It looks more skeletal now. Half the face is kind of ripped off and the stuffing, the sand falling out of it as it's beginning to move slow. And that's when Amnon arrives.
Actually, I do have one more. I can do one thing.
Do you want to let Amnon finish it off, or do you want to take it?
Oh no, I'll just be knocking it prone.
Oh,
so athletics check.
Even with as a large creature, you can do that. Oh, you're gonna use your action and knock it prone.
Yeah, Shield Master feat.
Does it get to still use its athletic back?
Yep.
Okay. Strength against athletics, which I'm probably not gonna pass with I got a 16.
Well, I only got a 15, so.
Oh shit! I think that to work, but the Minotaur doesn't slip, digs its hooves in, clashes with Kenneth. They kind of
look surprised because he didn't expect it to work.
Yeah, their blades locked, and that's when Amnon arrives with enough space to do whatever he wants. Eldritch Blast, your call, do your thing.
Okay, so I'm just gonna run in, and then I'm just gonna pull up everything I've got and just fire. All right.
Amnon throws a Hadouken.
I rolled a natural 20 my Eldritch Blast.
Hey.
There you go.
I mean, that's only one beam, though.
No, it's not. It's 2.
No, you need to roll a separate attack for each.
Yeah, you don't get the nat. You don't get the nat 20 on both attacks, but you get on that first one.
For the second attack,
so if you want to roll,
I got a 19 for the second attack.
They're both going to hit then. So then just one is going to get double dice, one's going to get regular.
Hey.
Yeah, Eldritch Blast would be overpowered if that was the case. If just one nat 20, the whole thing crit. That's fireball levels of damage with a cantrip.
That's 23 damage.
Okay.
With
just the first one?
No, that's both my Eldritch Blasts.
Okay.
And then if he's not dead, I got one more shot.
Okay. He's dead though.
Oh, okay. So then I'll just.
So how do you do it?
So that, I mean, essentially, I'll just both my Eldritch Blast will just hit him both in the chest, which will stagger him, and then Elric will pop up from my shoulder and will line up and just blow off his head.
And as you blow off his head, if the Eldritch Blast blows through his head, blows through the wall, and to you, what looks like concrete, like blowing out, is like paper mache, like cardboard blasting out. As we zoom out, is like the several of the walls blow out of off the little miniature set. And then as they do it, as you like in slow motion strike him, you all like grow really fucking big in the room and like slam down because all like land on your ankles raw and fall in the room. And realize that this was all this weird magical spell that pulled you in transported you to the
We've been
maze.
conjurated. We've been conjurated.
You had been conjurated, and so all is done. As you guys kind of get yourself up, dust yourselves off from the remnants and bits of Minotaur that is on you, where will they go next? Here's a moment to just kind of, what are the last few kind of like shares from the party before we close out for the night? They still are down in Xander's dungeon. You know, Tempe has taken not a lot of damage, but any damage is damage now, right? Because do they use a short rest?
How much damage are you down, Sean?
I took
15, no?
no, like I don't know, like 30 damage almost.
Whoa!
How much damage?
Yeah, he hit him.
Yeah, he hit me twice for like
Yeah,
15, right? Almost 30 damage,
Because
right?
he was getting legendaries. He was attacking every round until you guys found him,
hit, bro.
Okay,
then,
I'm gonna lay on hands you, for that much, so you heal up fine. So
Sweet.
30 points of healing. It's gonna be Demetria like kind of grabs him, like making sure he's okay, like hand patting him till she grabs his shoulder, and then she turns really quick to Ravi and points. I did not fucking look at it, I swear.
My question is,
thinking
why
about it, but I
was
didn't.
Ravi so paranoid about looking at this maze on the table?
Huh?
But how did Ravi know not to look at the maze?
Well, Ravi has detect magic, so he knows that there's conjuration magic on it.
But how does he know about the maze specifically?
Well, he knows that conjuration magic will tell it, like, is used to transport things, so it's like.
So the door that's open now, I know we're not continuing on, but just to let you know, like what it looks like in there, it appears to be it's dark, bit kind of musty, and it looks like someone's created a very, like the room is no bigger than the room you're in, but it looks like a maze, like you would have, like someone made a life-size maze that couldn't be very large. So it doesn't look magical. It looks like someone who's maybe fascinated with, mazes and minotaurs. This whole space looks, you're starting to like feel like someone who's fascinated with minotaurs built this. So you don't know where that goes, but it doesn't look very large. It doesn't look as well constructed as the miniature set that you were in. But it's there. I don't know if you go in there, but that's there. And then there's the way you came back, which is the door right here. It doesn't appear like any of this commotion, anyone has heard you. It's almost like all that noise was probably like as you were fighting, and the most noise was you all collapsing.
Our voices at tiny little squeaks that you could barely hear
inside the room. So you're safe from that perspective. But what do y'all think they do next?
Check the other door before we go deeper. I think we should check the other door.
Yeah, we should check the other door.
And we're also
this other door, or the one that
the one in the dead end room, the other one.
The one that's like across the hall, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And so planning to check the other room. Just make sure before I close out here. What did I do with my notes? So as you guys are planning to check that door, any final shares from the party just as I do this? If not, then
it has been years since Kenneth felt the excitement of adventure.
Yay.
He's
That's a good way to end it.
He's finally back at it. And so with that,
we're all groaning and moaning, rolling around on the floor, and Kenneth is like, I feel wonderful.
And so they're just going across to check this other door. And they, whoever, it seems like it's been Ravi kind of grabbing the door handle, checking, listening, and we'll kind of go ahead and just crash there and leave it at the unknown of what's on the other side and what comes next in this dungeon. But good game.
Good game.
Yeah, we'll This one's gonna be This one's you guys are going to be you're exploring. So there's a lot of possibilities here. There's a lot of rooms in this place. So
We are going to
How
be
the fuck
down here.
Did we get into a dungeon? When's the last time we were in a dungeon? Do you guys remember?
When that dragon nearly killed us.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, that even feels like a long time ago.
Yeah.
Also,
Is this like is this set like the refurb of the dungeon we were in then, Malcolm?
Oh yeah, I use some of the
I recognize those
use some of
squares.
the squares, yeah.
Like this dungeon flooring looks familiar.
Yeah. I've got more of it built out, but there's certain it's what I've learned is that there are certain dungeons in D&D that are just too expansive to really truly build out. So you build certain rooms and certain builds you don't, and you kind of like, you map it, you have the players kind of map it in mind. At least that's the way I'm doing it on this one. Since it's so expansive. So yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out how that maze trap works, because it's conjuration, so it teleported us, but we also got shrunken.
Yep.
Yeah. It
Pocket
teleported
plane.
us to Tiny.
It teleports you to Tiny. Yeah. It is a it's a maze. I think it's a maze spell.
Called D&D.
The music this session was really good, Malcolm.
Dude, the music was fucking sick, dude.
Also,
Some of
now I
that
wanna-
was some of that from the Stranger Things soundtrack.
No Stranger
Earlier in the
Things.
night?
But some kind of like synth wave, which is
Yeah,
Oh,
that
maybe that's
fight
what it is.
song
Yeah,
at the
it's
end
like the
was
same
familiar.
shit. Yeah.
yeah.
Stranger Things stole that fucking sound anyway.
But now I want to create a child necromancer that just uses like giant stuffed bears.
I hope Lenore's okay.
She's like doing finger painting. Or no, it's like Silverhand has her like at her desk at work with like a coloring book. Anyways, I'm dying because I need to go to bed. But
Yeah, me too. Hey, thanks guys, man. I'm gonna fucking head off. I'm fucking spent right now.
Yeah.
All right.
Night, man.
Yep. Good game,
All
you
right,
guys.
What I will tell you, since you're getting off, is if you were back at the tavern, you would see that on one of the mugs, as Phil is cleaning up, he has the that Tempe hates. There's that mirror behind.
Mm-hmm.
You can see him in the mirror. He's this fine like elf that's all kind of like done up and very particular. But on one of the cold glasses, he has kind of written his name, Phil, F-I-L. But in the mirror, backwards, it's Liv. And we'll leave it at that in there.
I knew it. I knew it. I
Nice.
recognized his frilly shirt when you were like, he's dressed with like. I recognized him. I knew it.
Now, how he's back? I don't know. What does that mean?
A miracle.
Because this guy's not a ghost. This guy is clearly a real person, a real elven.
Praise
living,
Bahamut.
breathing-
He is risen. Praise Bahamut. He is risen.
Or this is us getting what we deserve after going. It's like, oh, it's the evil twin of this one character constantly.
All right, go get some sleep, folks. Bye.
All right, y'all.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Later.
Night,
Bye.
I'm just surprised Tempe doesn't hate Kenneth, who is the most normal a dude can get. Human
Right.
fighter champion. Not even variant human. Human.
Man, I always underestimate how much time we're gonna spend just role playing between like the party. like not even like so like that whole like Rakalesh scene was really good though. I was actually glad we went through it. I think it really solidified where he was at. Though like, I'd already talked to Jameson and you'd already told me kind of where the character was. But I like that the party went through all the methods of like ruling out if he was gonna stay or not. But
I mean, Rakalesh would have stayed if a logical argument and a non-emotional argument would have been made.
right. I think I was the whole time I kept getting, damn, Rakalesh is getting them. Oop, that's a good point. I was like, oop, that's a good point.
Pure logic, lizard brain. It's, actually you did the exact opposite this time, or this is exactly what you have done.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's good.
And it was all under the zone of truth.
Yeah, I think the Lenore is definitely shaken. It is made a different party. It's shaking this party to its core. The party is completely different. They're not they've even stopped being like kind of like slaughter first, right? It's like they're like, oh shit, we have like this it's almost like once you have a kid, their lives have changed. They're like, we have other things to think about now.
Well, Malcolm, as soon as you were like, oh, she's like, oh, she sees how you guys act and she wants to be like that. I'm like,
yeah, she's like,
great.
she wants to be violent too. I was like, you guys are role models. I wasn't even trying to drive that point home. I was just like, yeah, she sees it, but I was really trying to share also with him is she just gets angry and she only knows her emotions. She doesn't even really know what anger is. But yeah, no, I wasn't picking on you guys. I think that she's just seeing you guys kick ass, and so it's like, yeah, good stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna get some rest too because you want to what?
I want to train her. I want to get her.
Hopefully, there's some opportunity for. I think you guys start thinking of what that looks like then, because or what how he might start doing that. And so that we can, let me know what that might look like to see how it's possible to explore it in gameplay. Yeah, I love sticking around talking. I'm gonna hop off only because I don't know about I'm basically starting to get to the point where these past weeks have been really busy. So I've just been like, my screen time has been so long that my eyes are like burning. So it's like I'm not tired, but my eyes hurt from just looking at the screen.
We need those
it's
computer.
Yeah, I'm like, my eyes are spent. They're like, oh man.
Can I get some eye drops?
Yeah, they're just so it's like, because I'm just a lot of times it's all from 7 in the morning to whenever we've usually finished a game. Some days it could be a really long night. And then last night I was up kind of doing some planning for some games and trying to plan games out a little bit more and figure out where things are going. And then Dragonlance came out today. Tried to read a little bit on that, see if I liked anything in the story. But we'll see. I'm interested to see what I bought the Dragonlance bundle that comes with the Dragonlance board game. And D&D's trying to do this tie-in where if you're playing there's points where in the role play to decide what happened in the battle, you can play the battle through the board game. And then that decides the outcome in your roleplay universe. So I have no idea if I'll ever use it, but it's interesting. So yeah, it hasn't. It's pre-order, but yeah, man, I'll probably hop off. But good seeing you guys, and hoping everybody has a good rest of the week and holiday with fam and all that stuff. You guys do anything special?
No, just at home for me.
At home, yeah. Same. With the wife being pregnant, we're not even gonna go see everybody. I think we're gonna stay here and do our own little small meal. Yeah, she keeps going out because she went to my nephew had a birthday, and she went to this Chuck E. Cheese and she got sick last week. So it's like we're just like, we need to stay away from her. It wasn't COVID, but just got like a cold. And with you being pregnant, it's like I can't keep her. She's gotta it's like her immune system is like down, So I gotta keep her away from everything. But yeah, man.
We'll stay in the loop, man.
Yeah, no, I will. Hopefully, as of right now, we'll do we'll do another game in 2 weeks, unless I'm a new dad and I'm like, hey guys, we got to push it out. But otherwise, I'll keep trying to go as long as especially since now we're in the dungeon, I can just kind of pick up from where we're at. We'll pick up and we'll keep going. That's so I kind of planned out enough to where as long as I can play, we can drop right back into the dungeon and keep going. So yeah.
Jameson, thank you for the cloak of protection.
Yeah, thanks, Jameson.
I know he hasn't given it to you because you're talking about all these alterations to it. That is a family heirloom.
That was me allowed into the group, not in.
All right, guys, I'm gonna head out.
All right, folks. Good night. Peace.
Good night.
Yeah.